Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game.
Yeah, baby.
Welcome to the Samwelb12 Experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans of the United States and Newfoundland.
And you're watching the Samwelb12 Experience.
Hello, good evening. Welcome in, one and all. We are here for another night of hockey, and tonight is a big, big, big night in hockey. I mean, we're talking, I mean, I don't know if it really gets any bigger than tonight, what we're about to experience. So welcome in. It is the Edmonton Oilers, the Chicago Blackhawks, and I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. This is so big, but AAU, what's up? Dallas, how's it going? Beverly, Captain Tuttle, how's it going? Hayden, welcome in. Lucas, good evening. Real Deal is here. Welcome in, one and all. If you're Ninja watching, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is a big one. It is a milestone game. Let's just put it that way. And I'll tell you why. Here are some milestones we're looking for tonight. The Lone Stranger, what's going on? Welcome in. Leon Draisaitl enters play on a 14-game point streak against the Chicago Blackhawks dating all the way back to October 28th, 2018. 14 games. He's looking for a 15-game point streak against these Blackhawks going back several years. If he gets it, it'll be the second longest point streak in his career and with a single franchise. Now, the other thing that's going on tonight, the Edmonton Oilers are on a 14-game win streak and are looking to become the fifth team in NHL history to record a 15-game winning streak. But wow, it'll be the first since the Blue Jackets did it back in 2016-17 when they won 16 in a row. So those are two big milestones that we're chasing. Dan, how's it going? John, welcome in. Big, big, big things on the line here for both Draisaitl and the Oilers. So let's take a look. What are our starting lineups looking for tonight? First, for the Blackhawks that are 14-32-2. Not a great record. It's Nick Foligno with Kurashev and Taylor Radish on the top line. Ouch. Colin Blackwell. Remember Colin Blackwell? He had a stint with the Maple Leafs, and he was a real asset to that team. Excuse me. Colin Blackwell with Jason Dickinson and Joey Anderson. We got Rem Pitlick with Mackenzie Ettenwhistle, and Ryan Donato. I like Donato a lot. Boris Kachuk with Zach Sanford and Reese Johnson. On the D-line for the Hawks, Alex Vlasic with Seth Jones, Kevin Korchinski with Jacob Menga, Jared Tenorti and Louis Crevier, and Arvid Soderblom expected to get the start for the Hawks tonight. Of course, no Connor Bedard. Bedard is still weeks away with that fractured jaw. Awesome, Dallas. Oh, tough choices, tough choices. The chicken parm, of course. For the Edmonton Oilers, their lineup looks like this. Leon Draisaitl with Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman. Then we got Evander Kane with RNH, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Warren Fogle. We got Dylan Holloway with Ryan McLeod and Connor Brown. And then Matthias Janmark with Derek Ryan and Sam Gagner. On the D side for the Oilers, Darnell Nurse is with Cody Ceci, Matthias Ekholm is with Evan Bouchard, Brett Kulak is with Vincent Desharnais, and Calvin Pickard, another ex-Leaf, Pickard, expected to get the start here today. It does not look, at least it was registered earlier, that Corry Perry is not in the lineup as of tonight. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping to see Corry Perry out there, but he is not in here today. So those are the lineups we're going to see. Big news for Peter Mrazek, who just the other day signed a 2-year extension with the Blackhawks on Wednesday. It was a pretty good deal for him that he is locked up with the Hawks for another couple of years. They're doing the anthems right now. They're getting things set to rock and roll. This should be a fun game to watch. Of course, the Oilers looking to extend their streak. Ian, how's it going? Welcome in. B. Disney, how's it going? Good to see you both. Thanks for tuning in. Now, as you are coming in, of course, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It definitely helps us out tonight. This is going to be a fun game. Draisaitl with his streak going on. McDavid has been doing great things. I mean, if we look at the last 5, Draisaitl has 8 points, 3 of which are goals, 5 assists, and he's a +6. He's leading in all the categories right now. The Oilers have just been going crazy. Of course, they've won 14 straight. The Blackhawks in their last 10 are 3-7-0, and those 3 wins came against the Islanders, the Flames, and the Sharks. So the Hawks are struggling. The other big story in the NHL tonight, Patrick Waugh returning to Montreal as the coach of the Islanders. That is pretty amazing. Montreal, though, has the last laugh as they're leading 3-1 in that game, but a huge ovation for the return of Patrick Waugh in Montreal. All right, the anthems are done. We're just about set to get going. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Let's get over to the game screen. And we are just about ready to drop this puck, get this game going. Who do you think is going to be the first goal scorer tonight? Who is going to shake their moneymaker first? Is it going to be Draisaitl? Will it be McDavid? Who is going top shelf to put this one away? Or will it be somebody from the Chicago Blackhawks that gets the first tally tonight? It's going to be a good one. Guy, what's going on? Let's go Hawks. Roger, welcome in. Here we go. Puck is dropped. We are on the way. It's official. Going with Hyman, McDavid. Good choices. Good choices. It will be the McBotdow, it says. The Oilers coming around. They had it in the Chicago zone. The Hawks going to flip this out. We got a whistle right away. I think this was a hand pass. Nick, how's it going? Welcome in. I know it's a late start here. 9 o'clock Eastern time. Puck drop 9:08 by my clock. Which who knows if it's accurate tonight. And we're celebrating the Oilers, the Canadian team. So, of course, tonight we got the clearly Canadian beverage going on. We're going to do this face-off at center ice. Drop it again. There we go. The Hawks going to win this one. Getting it back to the line. Hawks going to put it in. Tenorti with a nice play to send this one in deep. Here come the Oil. The Oil going to work down the left side of the ice. They're going to bring this one in. Pass tried to center it in front. Couldn't connect. Holloway was in there with a chance, but just couldn't get that puck. Coming around behind the net, little bump there, going to knock Connor Brown off of it. Connor Brown had a has been having a not great season here for the Oilers. Both, I'm sure, expected to do more. Vaughn, how's it going? Tomorrow is Friday. That's right. Happy Friday, Junior. We're almost there. We've almost made it. Oilers have it back in their own zone. Going to play it around the boards. Evan Bouchard going to pick it up, and they're going to put it in front and knock this one down the ice. Hawks get it at their line and play this one right back up, and they're going to dump it in. Dump and chase. Game seems to be strong in the early moments. Here's Bouchard. Bouchard going to carry this one up, passes it up to the center ice marker. Draisaitl going to bring this one in. He's going to scooch by Colin Blackwell, and it comes around the net. Mrazek settled it down, but gave it away. Coming back over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl taking a look. Coming around. Draisaitl again with a shot. Hyman right in front with the screen. Nice save. I'm not sure he got all of it. Back to the line. Here's a one-timer. That one scooches just wide of the net. Ekholm coming close. Hawks bringing it back around on the half boards. The Oilers doing a good job stealing this one away. Hyman gets it into the corner. Back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he's going to play it around behind the net. Hyman takes a bump. He gets knocked off the puck, and here comes Chicago. Seth Jones going to carry this one up. He turns it over just outside the line. Draisaitl picks it up. Here's a shot. That one goes just wide. Draisaitl gets his own rebound. Back to the line for Ekholm. Ekholm taking a look. Going to play this one up to Ceci. He controls it. Over to McDavid. Back over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl going in the slot for McDavid. That one's turned over. The Hawks pick it up and they get it out and down the ice. Wow. My wife is a huge Blackhawks fan. Oh, Nick, that's awesome. What made her become a Hawks fan? Prep in the house. What's going on, Prep? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Sheldon. If Edmonton and Leaf players are in the finals, who do you cheer for? Ooh, Sheldon. If Toronto and Edmonton made it in the finals, I'm happy with whoever wins. But being a Toronto boy, of course, Toronto would be my first pick. But at that point, I'm happy either way. Here come the Hawks bringing it in with a shot. And that one's going to be stopped. Whistle, 91 miles an hour. Going to put it off the side of the net, and it goes out of play. Good pace here. Really good pace here. And that's something that is very exciting when you watch this Oiler team. Their speed is absolutely incredible. They really can move on their edges, and so can Chicago. Even though Chicago isn't the greatest team in the world, they can skate. And that is what makes this game a whole lot of fun. Speed will be a factor in the outcome here today. Daniel, how's it going? Tomcat, what's up? Mike, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Henri, welcome in. Edmonton bringing this back into the Hawk zone, setting it up back to the line with a shot. That one's going to go wide. We're going to try a couple of things new tonight, see what we can get away with. So just letting you know in case something funky happens. You never know. Mr. Roboto, welcome in. Good to see you. Hawks have it at the line, trying to put it in. Edmonton doing a nice job bringing it right back out. Quick shot, putting it deep in the zone. Hawks slowing it down behind their own net. On the road, they've only won 4 games, Chicago has. So they have struggled, definitely. As far as ranking the top Canadian teams, what's your list? What's my list in terms of my favorites, or kind of based off their current standings right now? I think you're asking my favorite Canadian teams. Is that accurate? Edmonton in their own zone. Bouchard going to play this up the middle, turning it over. Hawks going to bring this one in. Coming down the left side, trying to squeeze by. It's Radish. Radish can't get it in there deep. Here comes Nick Foligno. He threw a hit. And their Oilers steal. They're going to play it around the boards and tip this one just out. Best teams in my opinion. Oh, best teams. Okay. Well, the best teams right now, hands down, Vancouver. What Vancouver's doing this year is ridiculous. BCHL, how's it going? Welcome in. I think Vancouver is definitely number 1 with what they're doing this year. Based off the last 15 games, Edmonton is number 2. They're going to bump Winnipeg down to number 3. I think Toronto is kind of in there 4, followed by Calgary, Montreal, Ottawa. I think that's how I kind of stack up those Canadian teams right now based on how they're playing. Here's a shot. It's knocked down. Draisaitl going to pick it up. He's on the move coming in. He's got Hyman driving towards the net. Goes back for McDavid. That one's turned over. CC held it in at the line. Passed it across, but didn't connect. Here come the Hawks right back the other way. It's Dickinson. Here's a quick shot going up high. Nice little stop there. But you know, the funny thing with these Canadian teams, and there's an offside. Nurse is struggling here. Andrew, how's it going? Welcome in. What team is on your cap tonight? Roger, right now, my cap tonight is my own cap. It's the Samwelb12 Experience cap. We got it in, comes in a multiple set of colors. We got it in white. We got it in the black. There's a navy, I think. If you like the hat, if you like the Samwelb12 Experience merch, check it out. On our YouTube page, you can click the store or go to our webpage, Samwelb12Experience.com, and check out the store. Bringing this back down around, the Oilers trying to play it up. Last night was Matthews' goal. Yes, it was Matthews' goal, Andrew. It was Nick Robertson, knocked it down, played it around, got it to Riley, who fed it to Matthews. Bada bing, bada boom, and that was done. Thank you, Sheldon. My wife became a Blackhawk fan because she loved Marion Hossa and Patty Kane. Nice. That's very cool. Listen, two fantastic players there, Hossa and Kane, both absolutely outstanding players. And Kane, of course, trying to come back after that surgery. That's always a tough one. All right. Face off just outside the Hawk zone. Edmonton's going to win this one. They're going to be playing it back. Dallas, I heard. That's pretty awesome. There's going to be a wide variety of music at the Super Bowl this year, which is very, very cool. Here's Nugent Hopkins bringing it around behind the net, taking a look, stops around the face-off dot, going to drop this one over, banking it off the boards, back to the line. Edmonton playing some catch here, putting it in the slot. That one's turned over. Hawks going to come away with it. Little bit of a trip up there as Tenorti went down. Edmonton couldn't pick up the loose puck. Emerson's still going crazy about it after the fact. Absolutely. Chicago with it. Oilers making some line changes. A little slow to get out here and get things changed around. Edmonton, I thought they'd come out with a bit more jump, but right now it's a very slow pace for the Oilers. Coming down the ice, the Hawks going to put it in. Cece back to pick it up. Curtis, how's it going? Welcome in. Besides the coaching change, what's your opinion of why the Oilers have gotten things together? And hang on, that's going to be we're going to get a whistle here as Edmonton was going in after it. Janmark trying to get in there. So the coaching change obviously helped. I think there are a lot of conversations that took place. Brian, what's going on? Anytime you get competitors like Draisaitl and McDavid at the bottom of the standings, they're not happy. I think there were a lot of conversations, and I think there was some words about certain people pulling their heads out of you-know-wheres and getting it together, and they've just put it together. Derek Ryan, he's going to pick this one up, beats out the icing. Coming around, Chicago's going to take it away. Radish doing a nice job with the stick. This coming around, here comes the Hawks again, going to send it down. Edmonton tried to cut it off. Zach Hyman took it off a shin pad. Now it comes all the way back to Nurse. But I think that's the fun of sports, right? Teams slump. Some of them do it at the beginning of the year. Some of them do it at the end of the year. Here's McDavid coming in, going across the ice. That one doesn't connect with Hyman. Edmonton had a real tough start to the year. Part of that was on Jack Campbell. KQ, what's going on? Jonathan, good evening. Welcome in. And I hate to put any blame on Campbell. I mean, he's trying to fight and come back. But I think they realized, hey, we have some issues. And when they got the support of the coaching change and had some conversations, they put it all together. So I think that's what has led Edmonton to this massive swing. Can the Leafs learn anything from how Edmonton... So I think there's a lot to learn what Edmonton has done, but I'll tell you, I think the mindset of the front office, shall we say, is very different between the two franchises. And what the executives have to say and do makes a big difference. Here's Bouchard, has it at the line. You're going to play it in. This puck is bouncing all over the place tonight. Chicago picks it up at center ice. They're going to come right side, going to bring it down into the Oilers zone. Dickinson with it. He's pinned up against the board. Going to be poked free. This one is picked up by Bouchard, dropped off to McDavid, gets it up to Hyman. Hyman, he's going to put this one in and charges all the way down. Hyman has it. Draisaitl coming in with the follow-up. Going to play this along. Big hit there. Connor McDavid getting a little chippy. Draisaitl has it. McDavid is still going at it on the sideboards there. Here's a blast. McDavid is on the ice. He's on top of the Blackhawk player. He's giving her. McDavid is piggybacking and really giving it to Dickinson there. Holy cow, where did this Connor McDavid come from? Sam, how's it going? Great to see you. Welcome in. Leafs traded Matthews for McDavid. Straight up, would you say yes? Oh, Hayden, that is a tough question. Very, very tough question. McDavid coming in, throwing a monster hit on Dickinson, and the two of them wrestling in the corner. Dickinson has him kind of in a headlock. The McDavid comes right back. Good aggressive side of McDavid. You know, they're so different players, and it's so hard to say. I mean, I'd love to see McDavid in the blue and white. Ah, boy, oh boy. I mean, they're both tremendous goal scorers. Matthews right now is obviously on a different level. McDavid, I think, is a better skater, better edges. Man, that's a real tough one, Hayden, a real tough one. Would you do it 1-for-1 straight up? I'd like to find a way to have them both. I say no for that, and I'll take McDavid. There you go. Andrew says he wants McDavid. Yeah, I mean it is a McDavid for sure. Sheldon says McDavid all the way. Hayden would do it. Yes, Matthews. Wow, everybody. Wow. Canadian white trash guy coming in. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can't listen. You can't go wrong with either one of them. Matthews, you know, it's funny. Matthews showed some real leadership last night. I don't know if you saw the clip after the game. Samsonov, who had the championship belt from the previous game, went to give it to Matthews. Matthews took the belt, gave the hug, and then said, no, 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 no. I do not accept. This goes to Sammy. Sammy, you won the game tonight. And he kind of gave it back. It was a really strong leadership moment in the locker room that Matthews displayed. And I'll be honest, that was a side of Matthews I have not really seen. And I was very impressed with his actions for doing that. All right, they are back from commercial break. Let's get it going. Fire it up. Matthews all the way. Dallas. Dallas, I was waiting for that. Curtis coming in, a Matthews guy also. It's tough. So they gave them each a penalty for roughing. We're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes. Who doesn't love some 4-on-4? Here we go. Chicago's going to win that draw. They're going to start this one up. Back with the puck in their own zone is Korchinski. He's going to play this one ahead to Jones. Jones with a little spinorama to get around of Kane. Jones still with it. Going to play this back to the line. Korchinski coming in over to Jones again. Jones into the high slot with a shot. And that one is going to get deflected up and out of play. Nice moves there by Jones. Jones getting on those edges. You know, Chicago, I hate to say it, Chicago has kind of impressed me a little bit here in the early going. They're weathering the Oilers storm. They're making it a little difficult for them. And that is not what I was expecting tonight. Here we go. Back with it again. Chicago off the draw. Hawks have it down low. Kurashev going to bring this one up. Now wraps it around the boards. Other side coming back around. Chicago trying to set it up. They can't hold it in. It's going to come out. Kurashev has to give it back to Jones. Jones bringing this all the way back. Kurashev setting it up. Nugent Hopkins was up there putting a little bit of pressure. Going to pass it around to Korchinski, and here he comes. Korchinski stopping, passing it across. Here comes Chicago. Walking in, Kurashev trying to find somewhere to go, waiting for the rest of the folks to come up. Try to feed it through the legs, and that one's turned over. A 1 minute gone of the 4-on-4. Draisaitl with the puck. He's going to carry. Darnell Nurse is there just inside the line. Draisaitl doesn't elect to give it to him. He goes cross ice with a shot. What a play. Coming out of nowhere was Ryan McLeod, coming right off the bench, right up the middle. Nice feed from Draisaitl, and a beauty of a shot there. McLeod just flying through. What's the most overrated fast food chain? Overrated? All of them. All of them. Edmonton has it. They're going to bring it back down in their own zone, trying to set things up, getting it going. Draisaitl's still with it. Draisaitl going to bring this around. I tell you, the problem with fast food these days is it's become ridiculous. Roger, that's what I was going to say. And if I had to pick one, Mickey D's has gone so downhill. I mean, remember back in the day when you used to be able to go and get a Big Mac combo for $4.95? I mean, now what is it, $12 or something like that? It's crazy. Here comes Draisaitl in. Draisaitl turning around, feeding it back. Bouchard trying to get the shot off, has his stick lifted. This one is going to be chopped up, and it's going to go out of play yet again. Remember when Matthews and McDavid played for North America in a pretty deadly... Yeah, you know what? And it's Curtis, I think it's going to be really fun at this All-Star game. I'm hoping Team McDavid and Team Matthews get to play each other, because I love seeing these two go head to head. I mean, it was great, getting them together is awesome, but man, watching them go head to head is so cool, especially when they're kind of defending each other. Loves his McRibs. Actually, Triton, we did have them back here. I forget where it was. D actually told me there's one of the locations that had the McRib back, but I never ended up going to pick one up, and I don't know if it's now come and gone. Do you think the captains of the All-Star teams will pick their players first? I hope they don't, Sheldon. I'd love to see it mix and match. Imagine McDavid picks Riley, right? So all of a sudden, here comes Matthews and Nylander coming down the ice. Oh no, sorry, Riley and them are on the same team. Matthews and Riley are together. So I hope McDavid plays Nylander. Imagine McDavid and Nylander going down against Matthews and Riley. I mean, that would be so exciting to see them play against each other. I'm sure, I don't know how legit some of these drafts are going to be. Like, I wonder if they already kind of have an idea of, some of the players and where they're going to go. I hope not. I hope it legitimately is spontaneous, but it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, Dallas, the Olympic teams will be amazing. Giles Bieber versus McDavid. So when I first heard they were having celebrities, and I heard that Bieber was in there, and oh my gosh, what's his name now that I can't think of his name? 3 of the 4 celebrities did play hockey at some level. So I thought they were going to have some of these guys get involved and be on the ice, which would be amazing. Tate McRae, I don't know if she plays or even skates, but it would be cool to see those celebrities be on the ice in some aspect. Would have been awesome. All right, here we go. Face off. Edmonton has control in the Chicago zone. McDavid back on the ice. He's with it, fighting off some sticks. McDavid actually plays it off the back of a Chicago player. A beauty pass to Draisaitl, who rips a shot, and a nice save there. Coming around behind the net, Chicago trying to get it out of their own zone. Gets caught up. They're going to play it around, and here comes Edmonton with a quick steal again. Back over to Hyman. Far side for Nurse to McDavid. Over to Ceci. Swinging it around. Ceci takes a shot. That one is deflected. Back to the line. Nurse going to play it across ice to Draisaitl. Draisaitl with it. He's going to feed this back to McDavid. Connor McDee going around behind the net. Still with it. McDavid, I should say. Back to Ceci. Ceci with a shot, and that one gets deflected just wide by Hyman. Coming over to McDavid. Coming over to McDavid to Hyman. He can't pull the trigger there. They're moving the puck real nice right now. Coming over to McDavid behind the net. McDavid and Hyman there. Jones trying to break it up. He does. He gets it over to the boards. But once you get past Hyman, you got Draisaitl to deal with. Draisaitl gets it to McDavid. McDavid being worked over there in the corner, but gets it to Ceci. Here's Nurse with a wrist shot right there in front. Hyman gets taken down. And they're going to clear this one out. Chicago gets it to the center ice. Michael, how's it going? Good to see you again. Who do you think will have a better roster, top to bottom? Whoop, where did that go? Oh, Rita, put it back in. Coming around. Black Gold. That was one of my favorite Soul Asylum songs. Black Gold. Gosh, remember Soul Asylum? They were awesome. KQ going for those Hawks. Here comes those Hawks working it down 3-on-2. pitching it over for Tkachuk. He's going to throw a hit in the corner, and the Oilers just rolled this puck all the way down and out. Not far enough for icing. Picked up, and here comes Edmonton on the forecheck. Trying to get in there was Connor Brown. Going to steal it away. Connor Brown swinging it over. Can't connect on that pass. Zachary, how's it going? Good evening. Down around behind the net. Tenorti's going to fire this one down. It's going to get stopped. The Edmonton Oilers pick it up, pass back, and that one goes too far. James, how's it going? Good evening. Welcome in. You're playing a live stream of the Super Bowl. Nick, probably not. I probably will not be live streaming the Super Bowl. But if you are interested in watching a stream of the Super Bowl, you can check out two of our partner channels might be doing it. The Pete McDavid Show will definitely be doing it, so keep an eye out for Pete on the Pete McDavid Show. And then maybe On the Go with CeeLo. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing it or not, but definitely check him out as well. On the Go with CeeLo or Pete over on the Pete McDavid Show. Pete will definitely have the Super Bowl. Always loved the Hawks jersey. Like it's so classic. I know there have been a lot of changing to logos and names and jerseys. I really like the Chicago logo and jersey, and they've been asked to change it several times, and they've declined, and they've said they're wearing it to honor and respect. And I like that. And here's a big backhand right on net, and Pickard had to be careful there. Radish ripping it. Nice shot there. Taylor Radish. I mean, what a great pickup he is. 25 years of age, 6'3", about 200 pounds. Radish is a nice player. I don't think he's kind of your top line number one, player, but boy, he's really great. It's now a requirement every NHL team to have a Connor on it. Pretty much. Edmonton going to win this draw. Nice pass down the right side. They're going to throw this one in, bringing it just in. The official says, no, it's offside. They got to tag up, and here's a break. Chicago coming back the other way. No speed, though. Pickard trying to drive it through. Radish trying to stick it through the open legs there. Foligno took that pass, just had no speed, and could not drive that one in. The natives don't want Chicago to change the jersey. Yeah, I think everybody's now kind of in favor, right, of them hanging on to it, which is really, really good. Jets and Oilers have a few Connors. Yeah, that they do. Blues or Sabres for the OG. The original Sabres was cool. I still like some of my favorites are some of the teams no longer around. Hartford Whalers. I don't know why I always loved the Hartford Whalers jersey. Really, really was cool. Same the Vancouver kind of yellow and black, the skate logo. One of my all-time favorites for sure. This coming around Edmonton. They're going to pick it up. Here comes Derek Ryan. Ryan is flying out there. He is really moving. Big cross check here. Chicago Phillips just taking down the Oiler player with a cross check. Gets away with that one. Craig, how's it going? No, unfortunately not. Corry Perry not in the lineup tonight. Perry not in the lineup tonight. I was a little disappointed. I thought this would be a perfect game for him to come out and play. Here comes McDavid coming in with a sharp shot, and that one gets stopped. Chicago picking up, bringing it right back the other way. Coming down into the Oilers zone, setting this one up. And it's stolen. Here comes Zach Hyman. Hyman trying to get around his man. Can't. Seth Jones going to stand him up. Nice hit there. Hyman so far has looked okay. He has looked okay. Draisaitl bringing it in. His backhand gets intercepted. Nice little pickup there. Blackwell. Jones, he gives it away. Edmonton back to the line. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard taking a look. Going back across. Here's a long shot down low to Hyman. Zach Hyman, a little saucer to Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the middle for Ekholm with a beauty play, and Ekholm just put it wide. Captain Tuttle, good evening, sir. Coming back around. This one is going to be knocked down. McDavid couldn't control it. And again, Chicago finds a way to get this one out. The Oilers trying to bring it right back in. Very low shooting game. Here's Chicago driving to the net. Big shot. Picard gonna knock that one down. Picked right back up by Sanford. Sanford gonna spot it back to the line. Vlasic passes it off. Here's a shot deflected over the net. Coming around in the corner, left side of the ice, Sanford is going to send it around. Chicago with possession, trying to get away from Bouchard. Did you do your Tim Horton picks? BCHL, I did not do my Tim Horton picks. I thought about it, but I didn't pull the trigger. I did not get them done. Are you planning on streaming J games when spring training starts? Nick, we will probably pick up some Jays games once hockey season wraps. It won't be from the beginning of the season because once playoffs get here, we'll be streaming hockey every single night. We'll have hockey until the Stanley Cup is handed out. Once it is, then we will switch gears a little bit to baseball. So what we typically do, like I said, we're going to pick. If the Leafs are in there, we're obviously going to follow the Leafs as far as they'll go. We'll probably follow the Panthers as well. On the west side, again, depending on which Canadian teams make it in, we'll kind of do one or two. We usually do a bunch of double headers, so we'll do an early game and a late game. We also have to kind of pace ourselves because it's a long playoff series. And definitely for the first 2 rounds, we'll be streaming every night, sometimes twice a night. Going into round 3, depending on the matchups, will dictate kind of what we do. And then, of course, the Stanley Cup Finals. After hockey is done, there are usually a couple big streams we do. The NHL Draft, we usually go live during the NHL Draft. On Free Agent Day, July 1st, depending on where we are. Sometimes we'll be here, sometimes we'll be at a different location. We might go live during the day. We might just do a live recap. That's usually what we've done for Free Agent Day. So we don't sit live all day long. We just do a recap at the end of the day. But that's when we start picking up some Blue Jays baseball and getting a little bit into the ball. Are you more of a baseball or hockey fan? BCHL, hockey is my number one. Hockey is my passion. I started this to do hockey. Baseball was just kind of a, hey, we need something to do in the summer. The off season has been traditionally very challenging for us. It's been a challenge for us because, we do hockey and there's really, after that July period, there's not really a lot. A couple summers ago when we had the World Juniors in August, that was amazing because then we just did hockey all summer. We did kind of the news and rumors in July, and then we got into the World Juniors. We usually do pick up and do a weekly hockey show where we'll talk about and update all those news and rumors. Anything that's breaking, of course, we'll usually release a 4 or 5 minute video about that. But yeah, we will pick up some Blue Jays baseball for sure. And maybe they'll actually be a good team this year and surprise us all. Victoria, how's it going? Welcome in. The low shots on net bother me right now. Too many teams aren't playing crazy. Very, very low shots on net. It's crazy. Chicago has it in their own zone, working this one around. I mean, the fact the Oilers only have 4 shots right now, we got 3.5 minutes to go in this period, is crazy. It is totally number one in my books. McLeod in the corner, trying to bring this one around, trying to steal it. Chicago doing a nice job. It's Radish again. Radish is going to pass this one out. Shot coming over, Picard. Careful coming across the crease. How come we haven't had a WWE stream? Those are always fun. You know what, Prep? There was a couple we were planning to do. Uh-oh, hang on. Chicago steals it. Bringing it around to Radish. Back across. Big glove save by Picard. Picard with a huge stop. Prep, we were going to do some WWE streams, but, they changed the nights of their pay-per-views. They used to do them on Sunday nights. They've now moved them to Saturday nights. And every time we were going to do one, there's been a conflict with a Leaf game or I'm away. Royal Rumble is this weekend, and I was looking forward to doing Royal Rumble. I'm actually going to be away. We might have a very special stream coming up Saturday night. I'm going to be at a special event where something is taking place, and I don't know if I'm allowed to stream it, but I'm going to plan on streaming it until they say, no, sir, you're not allowed. So there's going to be a big surprise potentially coming up on Saturday. But yeah, we will do another WWE stream at some point. Picard, not Jean-Luc. Richard, how's it going? Calvin Picard. And here's Kane. Kane driving in. Kane with this puck. Gonna feed it back along. Chicago they just upped their shots big time. Coming back in. Here's a quick shot. Donato putting that wide. Reichel driving that one down. This Saturday. That's right. This Saturday. Here's a shot trying to bat it out of the air. Edmonton had to be close and pick up that one. Did you see the Vince McMahon news? He's been accused of terrible. Yeah, prep. You know, it's been a long time coming. It's been for a couple of years. McMahon has been accused of some gnarly things, and it's kind of been swept under the rug a little bit. I think. Hold on, Edmonton driving to the side. Nugent Hopkins getting in there, can't put it in. This coming over to the half boards. The Oilers keeping this in. Sam, what's going on? No class tomorrow, so I'm kicking off this 3-day weekend with my Hawks. There you go, Sam. Cheers to a 3-day weekend. Hawks are hanging in, looking good so far. Here they come, flying down the right side of the ice, stopping, popping, bringing this one in, trying to cut around behind the net. Derek Ryan bringing this one out. If you remember, was it a year or two ago when McMahon stepped down and he walked away and left, and then he forced himself back in? Now he's gone again. I have a math exam tomorrow. Oh, BCHL, good luck. Make sure you're well prepared for it. Math is so important, but it can be a challenge. Side of the net in the Edmonton zone, bringing this one around. Here come the Oil with it. They're going to look to bring this one up. Trying to get it, trying to move on it.
Last minute of play in this period.
Here's Foligno. Foligno going to send this one in down in the corner. Again, thanks for coming in. If you're watching along, make sure to hit that thumbs up. I know a lot of people have already, so thank you so much. Here's a shot. That one's going to sail high and over the net. Of course, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. This one coming through. The Oilers carrying this one out. They're bringing this one all the way in. Taking a look. Can't get it over to Draisaitl. Jones is there to break it up. Going to play it around. Oilers holding it in. Bouchard in the high slot. Little toe drag coming around. Nice little swipe of the stick there by Nick Foligno. Wow. But he's getting a penalty for that one. Foligno made a great play. And there's a change to a rule here of why he's getting a penalty. Draisaitl holding it in. 6-on-5 right now. Finally, Chicago's going to touch it up. So it used to be if you swing your stick and you knock the puck, as long as you got the puck first, anything after was okay. They've changed that rule that if you swipe your stick, even if you get the puck first, but if you trip the player in the process, it is now a tripping penalty. And that's what Foligno is arguing right now. He's saying, I got the puck, I got the fuck. Nicky boy, it doesn't matter. You got the puck, you tripped him up, it's a penalty. So the Oilers going to the power play for the remaining minute or so, 11 seconds of this period. Then they will start the second period with the man advantage. We Trekkies are a little sad this week. Popular Star Trek. Gary Graham. Oh, I didn't hear that, Richard. Here they come right in front. Edmonton in front. McDavid shoots and he puts it just over the net with 0.4 seconds left on the clock. Connor McDavid goes just high and at a play. Wow. What a chance. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That is for sure. For sure. BCHL, good luck. That ain't easy, I hear. That's fake news. There's a lot, unfortunately, going around out there. 0.4 seconds on the clock. I don't think there's enough time here to get a shot off, even if he shoots off the draw. There it is. Puck is dropped. And some pushing and shoving between Draisaitl and Dickinson right off that draw. McDavid had a little battle with Dickinson earlier. All right, first period has come to an end. No score. Let's hop over to the intermission. All right, that was easy. Quick jump. Here we are, first period intermission. And what a game. Chicago leading the way in shots today. 9 shots, 4 shots only for the Oilers. That'll probably go up to 5 with that shot that came through. Oilers are ahead in the faceoff circle, 56%. 13 hits for the Blackhawks, only 7 for the Oilers. 6 block shots, 3 giveaways, 2 takeaways for Chicago. 3 block shots, 5 giveaways, 3 takeaways for the Oilers. The season series, the Oilers have beaten Chicago twice this year, 4-1 and 2-1. But tonight is the biggest one, as tonight they're looking to extend their streak to 15 straight wins, which would be pretty darn impressive. Grinch, what's going on? Welcome in. Sometimes I feel the NHL is over-policed, and sometimes I feel it's under-policed. Prep, that is exactly what I've been concerned about, and what we've been talking about for a while is the consistency factor. The consistency has been atrocious, and not just the way the games are being called, but how the Players Safety Committee has been handing out fines and penalties. Now, we saw Connor Timmins throw a couple of cross checks the other night. He got called for one, right? Even went to the box for a cross check. We saw Austin Matthews get cross checked in the ribs into the boards. No call, no suspension, no fine, no nothing. We see this all the time. Players cross checking in front of the net, going down, and no calls. Well, Connor Timmins, not only did he get a penalty in the game, he has now been fined as well by player safety, fined for his cross check, which I do not like. The Toronto Winnipeg was the first time I remember being 0-0 at the end of regulation. Richard, it is quite, I mean, it happens, but you're right. It is rare, and it's exciting when it happens. That game last night between Toronto and Winnipeg was unbelievable. The first period was tough. If you're a Toronto fan, it was tough. But how they came back and how Sammy played was just so amazing. We finally saw Sheldon Keefe grow a pair and make some moves, benching the top guys. His power play unit was not performing. So what did he do? He threw out the third and fourth line guys and mixed them up. He finally started making some moves. Some of his coaching moves were kind of like a coach who realizes his job might now be on the line. So I was happy to see the shakeup. Nick Robertson probably played the best game of his Leaf career. I know he didn't score, but he was buzzing around, made some great shots, some great passes, and it was all Robertson's work that won it in the end in overtime. So that was pretty darn impressive. All right, let me see here. I'm just scrolling back. Sounds like a bit of theft. If you get the puck first, it should be what matters. Yeah, so Richard, it's kind of the way it used to be for a long, long time. But I think there's something to be said, because if you go and you dive and you knock the puck, right? There is still a chance, if you're on your feet, if the other player is diving, because that's what happened, right? It was usually you're on a breakaway and the defender trying to catch up dives down and swipes at a stick to knock the puck. If as a offensive player you're still on the feet, you still have your chance to recover and get that puck. And the fact you're actually taking the player down and out of the play is why the penalty came up. And I kind of like it. I like that adjustment. Leafs fan or a Florida fan? So BCHL, I am a Leafs fan. Born and raised in Toronto. I love my Leafs. Always have been suffering with them for many, many years. But I've become a Florida Panther fan over the years. So I do spend some time down south. And I've really become fond of what they've been doing down there. Now, to clarify, I've been a Florida Panther fan since they came into the league. I love their logo. I love the name Panthers. They were a spirited group, to say the least. And of course, what they did with with the rat, how they throw the plastic rat, and the whole story. I believe was it Scott Mellenby, if I'm not mistaken, who killed the rat in the dressing room, and that's why this whole rat thing started. It's just so cool, and I've just become a big fan of them over the year. Let's see. I want to make sure. Was it? It was Mellenby. Yeah. So opening night, 1995. A rat scurried across the locker room floor at the Miami arenas before they had their big arena. The Miami arena. Mellenby slapped it against the wall. It died instantly. Mellenby then scored 2 goals in Florida's 4-3 victory over Calgary, with goalie John Van Viesbroek dubbing Mellenby's 2 goals one rodent performance and a rodent performance a rat trick. So the rat trick was born, 2 goals, and of course killing a rat And so that became the rat trick, and that's where all the rats started coming from. So it was just such a fun story. It was a cool thing, and I really like what the Panthers have been doing. Laurie, how's it going? Good evening. Welcome in. Blackhawks are doing well, that is for sure. They're hanging around. Not in Toronto. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is back in 95, right? The the health and safety standards were a lot lower back in 95, but I bet you it's in all arenas. I guarantee you, with the amount of food and waste and everything that goes on. Hey, Lone Wolf, I bet you there's issues in all the arenas, but it's pretty funny. When this story came out, I thought the animal rights groups were going to be all over them, and maybe they were at the time. I just don't remember it, but it's pretty crazy. I'm just glad people don't throw real prep. Could you imagine? I mean, with Detroit and the octopuses and how, oh my God, if people started throwing real rat, oh my God, that would be too much. That would be too much. But listen, the Panthers have become a pretty darn good team. I mean, we saw obviously what they did last year, getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. They're second overall, just ahead of the Rangers right now in the Eastern Conference. They're an exciting team to watch. Obviously, Alexander Barkov is phenomenal, a great leader of that team. Sam Reinhart is just behind Austin Matthews. Reinhart sitting there at 34 goals. He's having one heck of a year. Of course, my boy Carter Verhaeghe. I mean, he has just been awesome to watch. They're just doing fun things. I mean, here's one for you. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post. Gordon, how's it going? I shared a story that went around. So there was a scrap. A scrap started in the Panther game the other day, and it was right off the faceoff. It was Lomberg, and I forget who he got in the scrap with. Somebody on Phoenix, but they dropped the puck, and immediately they dropped the gloves and they squared off. And even before the first punch was thrown, the music guy at the arena hits the John Cena music. So the John Cena music comes over and the guy starts slugging it out. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I loved that that situation. It was so cool. I don't know if you would see that in a lot of arenas. Some quick thinking by the arena music guy to put on some wrestling theme music while two guys are scrapping it out. Usually they'll play it after the fight. They'll play something, but I've never seen someone play it during the fight, which was pretty cool. Best thing about the Leafs win, they can help teams. They can keep teams out. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Richard. One of the problems they've always had, and we've seen it over this stretch, is where the Leafs have been ahead early in games and they lose that lead. They give up a 3-goal lead, a 2-goal lead, and they lose it. They prove that they can do it. But it's pretty cool. It is very, very cool that they were able to do it. All right, taking a quick look around the schedule. Today is Thursday, right? The Devils are behind 3-1 to the Hurricanes. Stars and Ducks, they are tied at 2s. Third period just starting. Minnesota Wild up 1-0 on those Nashville Predators. That's at the end of the second period. Blue Jackets and Flames tied at 2s. The Red Wings a 3-zip shutout over the Flyers. The Canadians icing the Islanders 4-3. I don't know why I said icing. Canadians winning 4-3 over the Islanders, and Patrick Waugh's debut return debut to Montreal. Wow, the Senators taking the Bruins to overtime where Boston came out on top 3-2. And then, of course, the Tampa Bay Lightning shellacking the Coyotes 6-3. So Phoenix having a tough trip to Florida. Both Florida teams taking them out. I'd rather they win 1-0 than, yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. And listen, everybody has, the thing I love about sports is everybody loves something a little different. Everybody has their passion of what they like to see. Some people want to see a 7-6 or a 5-4, a close game, but a ton of scoring. Others prefer those 1-0, those 0-0s. For me, I like those lower score games. They're a little bit more intense. When you get those high scoring games, even if it's like 6-6 going into overtime, the story doesn't revolve around the play on the ice and how good of a game it is or was. The story becomes the goaltenders on each team were terrible. They had an off night. And that's what I don't like. In those close games where it's 1-0, 2-1, the focus isn't on the goaltenders. The focus is on the play. Now, I shouldn't say it's not on the goaltenders. It is, because it means they're playing really well. I don't want to sit here and go, well, the Leafs and Jets, what a great game. Samsonov was terrible giving up 5 goals, and Brossoit, he wasn't better giving up 4. I hate that. Let them just play the game. Let's focus on the skill. Yes, Toronto played poor at times, so did Winnipeg, but there was a lot of good things that happened, especially for a Toronto team that was struggling, for them to build off of. We haven't taken a look around the stat board for a little while, so just a quick refresher. Nikita Kucherov still leading all skaters in the points department, 80 points for Kuch. Nathan McKinnon just behind him with 77. Then it falls way back to Pasternak at 67, Panarin, Miller at 63, Pettersson and Nylander at 61. McDavid is down with Rantanen at 60 and Reinhart at 58. Matthews, 38 goals on the year. Reinhart at 34. Kuch at 31. Pasternak at 30. Panarin 29. Zach Hyman, what a year. 28 goals right now for the Hymenator. In the assist department, McKinnon leads it with 51 assists. Kucherov with 49. Quinn Hughes is up there, 45, followed by Makar at 44. McDavid at 43. Game-winning goals, Sam Reinhart does it again. He's leading the way, 9 game-winning goals. Pettersson with 8, Matt Duchene with 7, Forsberg, Caulfield, McKinnon, Svechnikov, all with 6. In the plus-minus category, Quinn Hughes is leading the way at a plus 35. I mean, Vancouver's just insane. Philip Roenick at plus 33, Forsling at 32, DeMello 28, Coleman 24. So a lot of big pluses. You're not going to see any Leafs up that high, I tell you that much. And on the other side of the ice, on the penalty minutes, Liam O'Brien from the Arizona Coyotes, 105 minutes, followed by Kachuk with 95. That's Brady, 95. Tom Wilson, 86. Gudas, 77. In the goalie categories, Thatcher Demko leading the way in wins with 25. Georgiev tied with him, 25. Connor Helleback with 23. Stuart Skinner with 22. Sergei Bobrovsky with 21, followed by Shesterkin at 19. Demko also leads the way with shutout. Well, he's tied with 5 shutouts, tied alongside Tristan Yari from Pittsburgh and Connor Ingram from Arizona. That's pretty wild that Pittsburgh and Arizona have a goaltender out here on the shutout leaderboard, but yet their teams are so terrible. Aiden Hill continues to lead the way with goals against average sitting under 2, 1.93. Hellebuck at 2.17. Charlie Lindgren for the Caps at 2.27. Swayman at 2.31. Aiden Hill also leading the save percentage. Well, it's pretty much the same top guys amongst the percentage there. It's Ilya Sorokin, though. He's faced the most saves, almost 1,100 saves. Georgiev, Demko, and Saros next up there. Total shots against, same players, different order. On the special teams, we know it's a bit of a weakness for Toronto. Nikita Kucherov leads the way with 36 power play points. McKinnon with 29. Panarin and Rantanen at 28. Miller and Pasternak at 27. Nylander a little further down the list at 22. On the shorthanded side, it's Simon Holmstrom for the Islanders. 7 shorthanded points. Jean-Gabriel Pageau tied with 6 with Igor Sharnkevich and Blake Coleman. Sam Reinhart down on the list with 4 shorthanded points. And those are your stat categories from around the league. Let's see. Hopefully it will boost Samsonov. Hopefully it does. Listen, he needed some confidence, and that was fantastic. Fantastic that what he did last night. That will definitely boost him up. I saw an interesting stat. Apparently, only 35 of Matthews' career points are without Marner being involved. Hayden, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, but doesn't surprise me. Jared, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. I'm happy today. Bruins won in OT. Yeah, they certainly did. Nice win there against Ottawa in overtime. The downside is Ottawa took them to overtime, but at least the Bruins were able to pull out a win, so that's a good thing. If we take a look at some team stats, goals per game, no surprise, your top teams, Colorado, Vancouver, Dallas, Edmonton, putting in the most goals per game. Toronto is on this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Toronto's an 8th, scoring an average of 3.4 goals per game. That's pretty good. Toronto is also sitting up there probably around 8th, 7th, or 8th as well, putting up at least 33.2 shots per game. So it's pretty weird that we talk about the Maple Leafs and how they don't get a lot of shots and how they struggle in those shot departments. But the fact is, they just put up, or they're sitting there at 33 points a game. So they're doing a darn good job. Toronto is getting those shots. They're amongst the league leader. The only teams that are getting more than 33 shots a game is the Oilers, the Kings, and the Florida Panthers. So got to give credit to the Maple Leafs. We think they're not shooting a lot, but it looks like they are. Plus minus, Vancouver and Winnipeg have the best plus minuses. Vancouver with the largest goal differential with 60. 60. Wow, that means they've scored 60 more goals than they've been scored on, which is pretty amazing. Pittsburgh leads the way in face-off percentage. Toronto is number 2. Number 2, Toronto sitting at 54.4%, second in the league. Good for them. That is a great number. Anaheim leads the way in penalty minutes. Florida is number 2, right behind them. On the defensive side of the puck, goals allowed per game. Winnipeg with the lowest amount of goals allowed per game on average of 2.26, which is pretty darn low. All right, we can look at the rest of these later. We're getting set for period number 2. Let's get back to the game screen. Let's get ready to go. Again, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to the channel. Let's let her rip and get it going. What do you think of the Jets so far, Jared? Jets have been impressive. Jets have had a good string of games. They're hanging out there top of the standings. Nothing wrong with the Jets' performance. The question is, can they keep it up? Can they maintain what they're doing? Here we go. Chicago right off the opening draw. They're going to dump this one in. Edmonton is on the power play. Nick Foligno took a penalty with about 10, 11 seconds left to go in the first period at the end. Here comes McDavid walking in, feeds it into the slot. Couldn't get a stick on it. McDavid back with it. Going to leave it here for Bouchard. Bouchard going to play this one down. Low for Nugent Hopkins. Hopkins in the slot for Draisaitl. Draisaitl's going to bump it out to McDavid. Zach Hyman standing on the back door with his stick on the ice just outside of the crease. Now he's going to curl back around in front. Here's McDavid with a shot. Nice save there. That one is going to get knocked down, put to the side. With it, still working through. Going to put this one down low. In the corner, here's Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins going to feed it back to the line. Nugent Hopkins gets it back, takes a shot. It's deflected up and out of play. And they've taken a couple of shots away from Chicago. I love when they do that at intermission. They go through and start taking shots away, making adjustments to the stats. With some nice moves, Chicago staying down low. They know the Oilers are going to drive this one down deep, and they're doing a good job defending it. Now, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, we are 8 subscribers away from 9,400. So I'd ask you kindly hit that subscribe button, but make sure you're hitting that thumbs up, hit that like for us. 19 minutes, one gone. Oilers win the draw. They're going to bring this in. Nugent Hopkins with it. He's going to carry it down low, being tangled up in the corner. Going to get it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to the line. Here's Bouchard. Going to play this up to RNH, and this one is going to be tipped back into the corner. Coming around to the line, Bouchard again. Can't get it. Taylor Radish is going to intercept. Radish trying to get around Bouchard. Those two get tangled up a little bit, each hanging on to each other, and Bouchard is going to run him into the end boards. Here comes McDavid, going to bring it right back in. 15 seconds to go. Draisaitl, cross ice pass, back to Leon. It comes backhand from McDavid, and he scores. Connor McDavid on the backhand, a power play goal. Cartoons, what's going on? Jace, what's going on? Right back at you, man. There it is. The Oilers strike first. That was huge. That was awesome. McDavid. Gets it in. 1-0 Oilers. There's Jonathan bringing it up. Love it. Love it. Here we go. Gonna put this one back in the Chicago zone. They're hungry and looking for more. Connor McDavid. Chicago gonna bring it in. They want to strike back. They want to get this one right back. In the corner, Edmonton trying to work this one out. Gonna pick it up. They're gonna look to move it. Here they come all the way down the ice. The Oilers have to wait. They kind of went in offside. Now it comes to the line, and Ryan McLeod is going to bring it in. Goes to the corner for Kane. Here's a shot that's going to come around the line, hanging it in, walking right up. Little drop pass there, unintentional. The Oilers sending it towards the net, and that one can't go in. Dallas, you certainly did. He is wound up tight tonight, that's for sure. Coming around side of the net, going to bring this one through. Trying to dig it around. Nugent Hopkins with it. McDavid going for the hat trick tonight. He's got one on the board. There you go, Rhonda. Welcome in. Good to see you. Edmonton with it. The left side of the ice. Going to circle around. Little flip pass. The little saucer trying to bring this one through. Cannot get it in. Again, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Here's a quick shot right on. The Oilers are heating up. They can feel it. Chicago coming right back the other way. It was a very low shooting first period. This one, they've been unloading. Chicago going to steal in the high slot. There's a battle for it. Holloway couldn't get there. Nugent Hopkins, he's going to flip it through. Holloway can't pick up that one. Nugent Hopkins back to Holloway this time. Back to RNH. He deflects it just high and over the net. Here come the Hawks. They're going to bring this one walking right up the middle. Trying to get this one through. They do. Sanford brings it in, dumps it off. And the Oilers take a weak shot on net. That one is going to be stopped and steered over to the side in the corner. Continuing to dig. The Oilers coming away with it. They get it to the line. Not out. Nice play there by Vlasic. Comes across. What a save by Picard. Getting that leg on it. Draisaitl's going to get it out and down the ice. Awesome to see the Leafs score and win in overtime last night. Cartoons, it was great last night. Sammy, what a game he played. It was absolutely stellar. Ekholm coming back to pick this one up. Long pass all the way up and down the ice. Kind of at the sideboards. They can't get it in. Derek Ryan trying to do it. He can't. Foligno's going to come the other way and roll it in. Bouchard back to pick it up. Here we go. Bouchard going to play it off the end boards. Gets it over to Ekholm. Ekholm. Long pass up the middle. Trying to split the D is Ryan. He's going to dish this off back into the high slot. And he couldn't put it through. Sam Gagner with a chance there. Could not connect. Here's a long pass all the way down to the right side of the ice. And Nick Foligno going to put it in the corner. Anderson is going to get taken out there by Cody Ceci. Yes, the same Cody Ceci that was in Toronto. The same Cody Ceci, I believe the Oilers did put on waivers earlier this year. And this one is going to hop into the Blackhawks bench, and we're going to get a pause in the play. Eddie Mack, what's going on? Welcome in. Who's been your biggest surprise team? Ooh, biggest surprise team this year. I kind of have two. And I don't think I could decide to pick one over the other. The first is the Vancouver Canucks. I never would have bet the Canucks would be doing what they're doing. They surprised me. The other one, honestly, is Arizona. It's the Arizona Coyotes. I know they've been stumbling as of late, but the Arizona Coyotes, man, they were playing okay. They were playing okay. They still need some help in the Central, but boy, oh boy, they impressed me this year. They've won some games, and they're only 2 points out of a wild card spot. Let that sink in. Jordan, what's going on? Welcome in. Jace, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Edmonton going to pick this one up. Under 15 to go. But yeah, let that sink in. Arizona Coyotes are 2 points out of a wild card spot right now. That's one of my surprises. Here comes Chicago back in. Big shot. Doesn't get all the way through. Back around. Pickard is in net. And he's playing well. Skinner getting the night off here. Here comes McDavid driving in, cutting through the corner, dropping it over for Draisaitl. He shoots, hits McDavid, tries to put it in. Richard, thank you so much. Richard coming in. 5 gifted memberships. Richard, thank you so very much. We appreciate that. And congratulations to those who have been awarded gifted memberships tonight. Jared, Rhonda, Eddie, Grandpa the Gamer, Brad, congratulations. And again, thank you so much, Richard. And here they come again. They're driving in, and that one is going to be held on to. So we got Mrazek. Mrazek coming in to make that stop. The Oilers with a 1-0 lead. Mrazek hanging on to that one and going to slow things down. They're going to a commercial break. Again, huge thank you, Richard, for the gifted memberships. We appreciate that so very, very, very much. And congratulations to everybody who has been awarded the gifted memberships. Jordan, I am so sorry, brother. Please keep me posted. I hope you're doing okay. I know the other day was a rough day, but I hope you're doing all right, man. Well, I should be around tomorrow, so text me and we'll chat. So BCHL, it's totally up to our viewers. We have some very generous viewers here who gift memberships, and it's totally random by YouTube. So they say, I want to gift X number of memberships, and then YouTube randomly selects who they are awarded to. So we really appreciate Richard and everybody who gifts memberships, because it really does help the channel. But we thank everybody for being here and supporting us however you can, whether it's through a membership, through a super chat, through a subscription, hitting that like button, whatever it is. Just supporting us and being here is absolutely amazing. And we are on the way to 9,400 subscribers. We are so close. So we ask that if you're not subscribed, kindly consider hitting that subscribe and joining us for more NHL hockey, because this is the best hockey community on the YouTube. And I would tell anyone, if you feel differently, I challenge you on that, because this is the best. So 4 shots in this period for Edmonton, 3 for Chicago. They're making a run for it. And Dan, that's a good point. Dan coming in there checking his points. For those that don't know, just by hanging out in the chat, you're earning points. You can check your points at any time by doing !points in the chat. Who scored for the Oil? The one and only Connor McDavid. And it's only his 18th of the year this year. This coming around. Here's a shot being tipped just wide. Draisaitl looking to get in here. Of course, he's been a point machine. And Leon Draisaitl got an assist on that goal. This is going to be an icing call. It's going to come back to the Chicago zone. But with Draisaitl picking up an assist on McDavid's goal, that's going to extend his point streak. So Leon Draisaitl now has a 15-game point streak against Chicago, which started back October 28th of 2018. It is the second longest point streak of his career versus single franchise. So congratulations, Leon Draisaitl. That milestone is now complete. This coming all the way back to the Edmonton Oilers zone. They're going to play this one out. They get it into the Blackhawks zone, but not far. This coming back out. The Gaming Freak, what's going on? 3 months goes by fast. Going for the Oilers. Nice to see the Leafs finally close the game. Absolutely. Gaming Freak, great to see ya. Gaming Freak, I have something for you. But can you send me, I don't know if you're on Instagram or you want to come into our Discord, or send me a note either on Instagram, Discord, or email. I have something for you. You now qualify for something special. And I'm going to show it off because I can. Being a champion member, you qualify for our limited edition membership pin. I don't know if it'll show up here. Our membership button. I'd love to get one of those to you, so reach out to me so I can make arrangements for it. But great to see you, and thank you so much for all your support. All right, here we go. Chicago's going to win that draw. They're going to bring it in. Edmonton's going to steal. They're going to play this one out. Chicago trying to intercept, cannot do it. A new car. Yeah, the lone stranger has been dying. He's waiting for me one day to give away a new car. Here's a backhanded cross. That's going to be stopped and tipped to the side. Trying to come through. Here comes the Oilers. Oilers are going to put this one in, down in the corner. Digging for it. Digging. Can't get it around. This into the corner. Sam Gagne going to send it around. Picking it up. Side of the net there for Ryan. And then Chicago's going to bat this one around. CA. All right. Here's a quick shot. That one's going to get knocked down. And the Hawks going to get this one out. What is your favorite NHL team? Jace, Toronto Maple Leafs are my number 1. Florida Panthers are my number 2. And I guess the Oilers are my number 3. Blackhawks going to work it. 11.5 to go here in the second period. These periods are flying by. Down around, and Picard's going to send it along the boards. Draisaitl can't come up with it. Chicago going to put it right back in. They're coming in here. They're digging at it. Down in the corner. Oilers can't get it out. They get it to the line, but not enough. Hawks going to put it right back in. His least favorite team is the Boston Bruins. Yeah, Jared, yep. I would concur. Blackhawks going to nice pass coming in, walking in, spinning around here. Colin Blackwell. He's going to feed it back to the line. Hawks are on a change. Here's a blast. They had to be careful. Very close to too many men on the ice. Blackwell trying to get in the corner there. Getting some help. Here's Donato with a big blast. And the Oilers going to hang on to that. I guess I should update the shots here. It's been end-to-end action. A great pace. A great pace in this game. The Oilers went on that crazy spurt. They've definitely slowed things down a little bit. But boy, have they been looking good. Jets, your number 2. You can't go wrong with the Jets. The Milwaukee Admirals. Love it. It's Boston and Toronto. I just love the colors for the Maple Leafs. So classic, right? Simple. Listen, both those teams, even Boston with the black and gold, the black and yellow. I mean, sharp colors. Going to dump this one in. The Oiler going right in there aggressively. Going to come away with it temporarily. And again, it's stolen by the Blackhawks. Ettenwhistle trying to bring this through. The Chicago Blackhawks are getting real aggressive on some of these players. They're going to come in on the offside. I will not be live tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be live tomorrow. Things get a little dicey this weekend, but we do have that special event. Take care, Jace. Thanks for hanging out a little bit. We do have a special event planned for Saturday. Ooh, but you know what? Tomorrow, might have to have a little conversation. There's a game I would kind of like to do tomorrow night, if that's possible. Yikes. Here comes the Oilers. Pass across. That one is going to get knocked down. In the corner, Bedard, 6 more weeks. Yes, he's out for a little while longer. In the corner, trying to work through. Trying to fish this one out. Big battle behind the Chicago net. Trying to pull this one through. The Panthers play the Pittsburgh Penguins tomorrow. And I think I get that game in my area. I'll have to double check. Here's a shot. That one gets blocked and is going to be knocked away. Coming around to the line is Nurse. Nurse going to flip this one over. They're going to reverse it down low. Yeah, I'll reach out to you, Sam. Do you have a Discord link? Yeah, if one of the mods could drop the invite link in for the Gaming Freak, that would be awesome. Sounds good. Live in Scotland, but spent summer school holidays near Toronto in Brampton. You know, Richard, I haven't been through Brampton in quite a long time. So this game, definitely, the pace has been up and down. It's getting intense, and then it kind of slows, and it goes back and forth. It's very, very crazy. March 17th, Rangers, Islanders. You should do it if the Leafs don't play. March 17th. Oh, gosh. All right, let me write that date down. I'll have to look ahead. March 17th. Isles, Rangers. All right, I'll check it out. All right, thank you, Jonathan. Coming around side. Chicago can't get it out. The Oilers putting pressure. The Oilers continuing to put pressure. Digging it through. Coming back to the line. Oilers going to keep it in right in front of the slot. Kane is going to put it just wide. Whoa, it was close. Again, a backhand by Nugent Hopkins. Mrazek making a couple big time saves here as Chicago is getting closer. Closer and closer and closer. Wow. By the way, if we have any card collectors in the house today, we got 2 cards I want to make mention of today that we're looking to move. So if you are a card collector, we got 1 small one and 1 big one from the Tim Hortons collection, the legendary Celebrations Wayne Gretzky Oilers card. It's one of those, those 3D designs where you kind of tilt it. We got one of these we're looking. We got that up for grabs today. That's the little one, but the big banger. There it is. Thank you, Jonathan. There's our Discord link. Gaming Freak, you got that. Anybody else, feel free to click on it. Come in and join us in the Discord. Here is the big banger card that everybody wants in their collection. It is a graded card, graded by BGS, by the Beckett grading system. It is a 9.5 gem mint. It includes a perfect 10 on the subgradings. It's probably one of the biggest collections anybody could have, or cards that anybody could have in the collection. From the 15-16 season Upper Deck, Connor McDavid, rookie young gun. There it is. The glare is pretty bad. Connor McDavid, rookie young gun, 9.5. 9.5 out of 10. So if anybody's a card collector and you want to pick up a Connor McDavid young gun rookie card, definitely hit me up. We can talk about it. This is a banger. Beckett, PSA. Oh, and Jonathan, Jonathan, it's funny. It goes back and forth. I prefer the Beckett slabs. They're thicker, and I like their plaques better than the PSA ones. PSA has definitely gotten a little bit better. I have a Jonathan Huberdeau, a PSA one that I've been debating if I want to move. I got some Johnny Gaudreau's, so we got lots, but those are 2 cards for today in honor of the Oilers streak. We got the Gretzky, and we got Connor McDavid, which we got putting out there. Which famous NHL player did you love to meet the most? Ooh, great question. Great question. I'll be honest. I've been very lucky to have had the privilege to meet a lot of NHL players. And hang on. Chicago is going to bring this one in. The Oilers going to play this one back out. My favorite by far, and it's not even close, is the great one, Wayne Gretzky himself. That was the best player, one of the best player interactions I think I've ever had. So Gretz was awesome. Oilers going to pick this one up, bringing it through the neutral zone. Nurse getting in there, getting the puck over to Nugent Hopkins. Turned it over. Nurse got it back. Tries to feed it to Kane. It's in Kane's skates. Kane's struggling here a little bit. And the Hawks going to steal and pass it down. Walking in. Bottom of the faceoff circle with a shot. Great save. Coming back across. Another good save. Chicago starting to get chances here. Trying to drive this one out. The Oilers trapped in their own zone. Now they're going to bring this one out. Getting it to the red line and dumping this one in. One non-NHL related comment. I was shocked that the Toronto Argonauts lost to Montreal. Thought for sure the Argos were going to CA. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Listen, the season the Argos had was one of those, just those rare seasons, right? Where they were absolutely amazing. That was a tough loss. But Montreal, going into that game, Montreal was on a big winning streak. And I think Montreal had all the confidence in the world being seen as the underdogs. But never have to apologize. Yeah, love the comments. Been a long time since I was in Canada. Last player I met was Sundin. I never met Sundin. Jonathan Walter. Walter seemed like one of those guys that if you met him, he would just talk to you forever. And that was kind of what happened with Gretzky and I. We had a very, very long conversation. There's another one that's great to meet. Pinball. Jonathan, Pinball is amazing. If you ever meet him, if you ever see him again, you tell him that I say hi. If you tell him about me, he knows me. We'll just leave it at that. He'll go nuts. I love Pinball. Pinball's awesome. Spent a lot of time with him. He's a great, great guy. Lots of stories I can tell you one day. Yeah, Pinball Clemens, class act, best as they come. This one is going to come out and down the ice. Oilers picking it up, bringing it back into their own zone. Cycle it around. And Pinner, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well. Here they come. Ekholm going to put this one in. Down around the sideboard. Going to pick it up. Walking right up the slot. Here's a shot. Nice save. That's going into the corner. Then the Alouettes went to beat the Bombers in the Grey Cup. They certainly did. That was a fun Grey Cup game, too. That was a very fun Grey Cup game. On the go with CeeLo. What's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. There we go. We talked about him earlier. CeeLo, are you going to be streaming the Super Bowl this year? I don't know if you're going to be doing it or not, but we had some friends asking if I was going to be doing it. I'm not. But if CeeLo's going to be doing it, got to check him out. If you're a Atlanta Braves fan or a NASCAR fan, you got to check out On the Go with CeeLo. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. No, he is not going to be doing it. All right, well, you should still check him out because he puts up some great stuff. Here they come around. Trying to move out. Oilers walking through. 3-on-2 coming up. Chicago's getting back. Flipping it. Trying to come cross ice. And they can't connect. Holloway again. Holloway has been close on so many attempts. Here's another shot. That one gets knocked down. He's been involved so much. Another chance by Holloway. And he just can't put it in. How many chances can Holloway have? Unbelievable. In the corner, banging and crashing, working through. Last Canadian sports person I met was Daniel Negreanu. Oh, wow. Holloway, another shot. And that one's going to be deflected up. It's going to hit the mesh. And that's going to be blown down. Daniel Negreanu, man, he was in the spotlight for a minute. How many teams have never won the cup? The Wild is one of them. I'm not sure the exact number, but it's probably more than you think. I'm sure Pete will be doing the Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree, Jonathan. I think Pete will definitely be doing that Super Bowl. Welcome in. If you're just coming in again, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, hit that like for us, and hit that subscribe as well. Hit that sub for us. Smile Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Coming in, trying to play with those points. But yeah, Gretzky was one of my favorites. Darcy Tucker was super nice. Really enjoyed meeting Darcy Tucker. That was more, he was around people. One of the more random encounters I have, sometimes when you run into an NHL player where they're not expecting to meet a fan, sometimes the attitudes can be a little different. I was doing some work for the St. Michael's Majors of the OHL, and they were playing a game at the Scotiabank Arena, which back then was called the Air Canada Center. So I had parked underneath, and I was going to the elevators. Or no, sorry. Yeah, I'd parked underneath and I was coming out of the venue. I was going to get something from my car, then to go back in. And as I was leaving, Gary Roberts was just arriving to the arena because the Majors game was in the afternoon and then the Leafs game was at night. So Gary Roberts was just coming in and I was just coming out. And I know players have their routines and they do their own things. And I didn't want to disturb him. I didn't, if he was mentally preparing, whatever, I didn't want to bother him. And we were kind of coming closer and closer. And he saw I was wearing a Majors hat or whatever. And he goes, "Hey, how's the game?" I'm like, "Oh, game is good." He goes, "Who's winning?" And it was so cool. We just had this great interaction. Holy moly, my goodness. The gaming freak. Thank you so much. $100 super chat. Love the stream, Sam. I'll reach out to you maybe later tonight after the stream or tomorrow. Hope you have a great night, Sam. The gaming freak, thank you so much. Wow, totally caught me off guard. Unbelievable. Thank you so very, very much for that. I look forward to chatting with you or emailing with you, and we'll talk soon. Again, thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I'm speechless. Forget about the Oilers continuing their streak. Gaming freak, you and Richard, you guys are so generous tonight. I've already won. We've already won. Thank you so much for that. Holy moly. Talk about how to make a guy speechless. All right, here's Chicago behind the net. Chicago working this one back around. Again, big thank you. I do remember that when Gretzky retired, every team retired his number. That was something special when he retired. Chris, what's going on? How you doing? Let's go Oilers. Make it 20 in a row. That would be very, very cool. I mean, I don't know how far they're gonna continue to do this streak. Wow, big chat hype. That's right, Prep. Let's give him big chat hype. Unbelievable. Again, thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. 4:19 to go in the second period. This game is just flying by. Playing it around the corner. Oilers continuing to win this puck. They are battling here. Shots are still pretty low when you consider the talent on these two teams. Nobody's cracked 20 shots yet, but we are getting closer. Coming around, Chicago putting it off the boards, trying to get in. The Oilers going to knock that one down. Here they come. Nugent Hopkins going to put this one in, sending it in. I'll have to check that smile. I was trying to look it up earlier, but the site was having a hard time finding it. Okay, 1 sec. Mrazek making another save. He's playing well. Here we go. Looks like that's not telling me what I want it to. The NHL records page was having some issues. It's not pulling up the results here. It looks like the Pittsburgh Penguins had it, but it's cut off. It doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me the answer. Oh, here we go. 17. Looks like 17 is the longest. Here they come, working it through, back down low in the corner. Coming around, Chicago can't hold it in. The Oil breaking through. McDavid, puck was just between his legs, coming through. Coming around. Thank you so much, Gaming Freak. Bouchard, nifty little move there. Bringing around, coming down low. Draisaitl kicking this one back. It's picked up by Chicago. Chicago, long look off the boards. Racing down. Bouchard is going to get there first. 2.5 to go. Bouchard is going to play this one up. Long pass. They're going to tip it in. It's a race in the corner. Chicago's going to get there first. Oh, no, it's an icing call. McDavid is kind of doing one of these like, what? What do you mean? But yeah, the Pittsburgh Penguins' longest streak came in 92-93, 17 games. The Columbus Blue Jackets, number 2, at 16 games. And then two teams, Pittsburgh in 2012 and 13, and the Islanders in 81-82, both at 15. So it's within striking distance. Chicago can get back in their own zone, working it around. The Oilers stole it on the forecheck momentarily. McDavid's going to put it right back in. Hyman loses it, comes to the line and out. Ekholm, he's going to back up with this one. Ekholm going to put it in. Wild, Yotes, Sabres, Canucks, Jets, Sens, Black Panthers, Sharks, all haven't won a cup off the top of my head. Curtis, that's pretty good off the top of your head. Here's my bedtime. Prep, thank you so much, Prep. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Coming around, pass back to the line. Going to feed it around. Kulak can't get it. Shot is blocked. It's a race. It's a break for Chicago. Chicago coming down the right side, curling across. Great save. A penalty coming up to the Oilers. But a nice save here. A great stop by Calvin Pickard. The Chicago was driving in. Oh, it's a penalty shot. It's a penalty shot is awarded. Prep, you got to hang in for one more minute. It's a penalty shot. Entwistle coming in. Desharnais wraps the stick around him, gets the hold on him. We got a penalty shot. What's it going to be? Here he goes. Entwistle on the move from the left side, cutting back towards the right. Shoots. Nice save.
Yeah, baby.
He shuts them down.
Acknowledge me.
Wow, Entwistle coming in. Pickard with them the whole way. The whole way, made a nice move laterally. He just came through. He sniped a shot. I think Entwistle kind of caught himself. I don't think he realized exactly what he wanted to do. He kind of made the move cutting towards the middle, and then he kind of froze, and nice save by Pickard, kicking that leg, just following it along. Wow, what a chance. 1:36 to go. All right, Prep, you're good now. Didn't want you to miss the penalty shot. That was great. Coming around, Chicago going to win the draw. Coming in, Pickard, look out, it's sitting there in the blue ice. And the Oilers going to clear this down. That's going to be an icing call. What do you think of the Nylander deal? Last pass. So, Jared, you know, I'm not sure. You know, in the off season, there it is. Let's go Oilers. In the off season, the number was it 10 million? And everyone was like, no. The Leafs were like, no, they wanted to pay him 9. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Thank you very, very much. And, you know, now paying what they did for him, I was okay with the deal.
Let's go.
Based off how he was playing. Thank you so much, AB. Really appreciate it. Now I'm not sold.
Last minute of play in this period.
Met Timu Solani at Maui once. Used to join us to take a picture. Oh, Rhonda, that's awesome. In Maui of all places too. That is very cool. 40 seconds to go. I'll finish that thought on the Nylander deal when we get over to intermission. Sometimes I'd rather have the penalty than the penalty shot. I would agree there, Curtis. Wouldn't that be an interesting rule if you could choose? Chicago coming in. You know, football, they can decline a penalty. Wouldn't it be interesting if a penalty shot is awarded and a team could decline the penalty shot and take a penalty, a 2-minute power play instead? That would be an interesting call. Fogle coming in, trying to drive this through. 4 seconds to go. Coming out in the high slot. Chicago's going to steal. Chicago can't get past the center ice line. We're going to the intermission. 1-0 Oilers. All right, here we go. Let's get this score back up. Calvin Pickard is having himself one heck of a game. Chicago was coming at it. Chicago was pressing. Your goal scorer, the one and only Connor McDavid, his 18th from Nugent Hopkins and Draisaitl again. If you missed it, that goal by Draisaitl has extended his scoring streak, his point streak. Let's see some other notes. Connor McDavid scored and extended his home point streak. Okay, so Wow, McDavid, he's got a couple milestones here as well. So let's run through them. First, Draisaitl extends his point streak to a 15-game point streak against Chicago. Connor McDavid extends his home point streak to 17 games for the second time in his career. He has a 21-game point streak last year. Love it. In the process, he became the 12th NHL player in history to record multiple home... What the heck? Multiple home runs? I'm confused. Okay, let me read this again. As my eyes deceiving me, it says Connor McDavid scored and extended his home point streak to 17 games, the second time in his career. In the process, he became the 12th in NHL history to record multiple home runs of at least that length, and just the third active following Nathan McKinnon and Sidney Crosby. What is that? Oh, home streak runs, I guess. Home streaks. Wow, that is a very poorly worded sentence. My goodness. Um, Connor McDavid scored the first goal and passed Craig Simpson for the 7th most power play goal in Oilers history. He also became the 4th player in franchise history to record 50 game opening goals. The others are Ryan Smith, Mark Messier, and Leon Draisaitl. Wow. It's a shame Bedard is injured. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that I was really hoping, I was looking forward to that. But when I saw the other day that he's still out 6 more weeks, it's pretty crazy. Point runs at home. Yeah, I mean, it's just call it a point streak. Don't call it a home run. Home runs means I'm like, did he play baseball for a minor league team and he has a record in home runs that goes along with point streaks? I don't know. That was bizarre. Monsters fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Dropping all the emojis. There's some new ones there. All right, so the question was asked before. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button too. Really appreciate it. And welcome to the show. The question was asked before. What do you think of Connor McDavid or William Nylander in that big deal? So when he was putting up the points, the pace that William Nylander was on and what he was doing was just absolutely ridiculous, right? And I think we're all in agreement.
Let's go!
All Leaf fans will agree. What he was doing was nonsense. Daniel, how's it going? As an Oilers fan, as an Oilers fan, it's good if he's injured. Daniel, that's true. That is very true. Not that we want to wish anybody that's injured, but it's true, right? As much as we want to see them play in a game like this, in the importance of what Edmonton is trying to do, yeah, it's probably better that Bedard isn't in here, given Chicago, excuse me, more of a chance. But what Nylander was doing and the pace he was on, it was just out of this world. I mean, he was on such a streak, it was disgusting. I mean, it was absolutely nonsense. He put up, what has he played? 46 games. He's got 61 points, 23 goals, 38 assists. Great numbers. Great numbers. And, does he deserve a big contract? Yeah, I think he did, but I think that might be a little too rich for his deal. That's my only fear. He's definitely deserving, right? Definitely deserving. I just, with all the other big contracts Toronto has, it's a little dicey. You compare him to Pasternak. Pasternak, 67 points. He's a couple of points ahead, 6 points ahead. Pasternak has only played one more game than Nylander. Panarin, Miller, they're all ahead. So where he's sitting contract-wise, he's in the ballpark of the big players. But over the last 10 games or so since he signed that deal, he hasn't been putting up those same numbers. If he had been, I mean, Nylander would be at 70 points by now. He'd be sitting third in the league behind Kucherov, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. the fact that his points have more or less dried up since he signed it. He did have a couple the other night. That's my only point of concern. He'll find his way. Funniest thing is all the guys around me didn't think it was him. And then after I confirmed it was him, of course, and everybody wanted pictures. It's funny when you meet people just kind of in the blue. Some of them are very gracious and they'll be like, "Yeah, come take all the pictures you want." They do it for the first couple and then they kind of say, "All right, thanks. I'm going on my way." Others won't even take that picture because they know. We were at a Florida Panther game several years back. I don't know if any of you watched on the CW the show Smallville. Smallville, all about Superman. Um, Love that show. It was a great show. And so Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor, big Ranger fan, it was the Panthers and the Rangers. And Michael Rosenbaum was sitting a couple of rows ahead of me. And my mom leaned over and goes, "Hey, I think that's Lex Luthor. Duck Defender, what's going on? Welcome in." And I'm like, "No, it's not Lex Luthor. Why would he be in Florida of all places?" Right? And sure enough, when they were going for intermission, whoever he was with, they were going up the aisle. I'm like, "Yep, that's Lex Luthor." And so I had the aisle seat in our row, and I kind of said to him, "Excuse me, Mr. Rosenbaum." I was trying to be very polite. I said, I'm sorry to bother you at intermission. Would it be possible to grab a quick picture with you?" And he was great. He said hello. He stopped and he talked for a few minutes and he said, you know, um, he doesn't want to sign a picture because he doesn't want to draw attention that it's him. But if I had something for him, he'd be more than happy to sign it. So it just happened to be Florida Panther calendar night. So, of course, here came the calendars. They come down the row. He signed it. He talked to us for a couple minutes and then away he went and enjoyed the rest of the game. So I get it, right? Some people are great with the pictures. Others, they want to be a little careful. We would rather keep Marner or Neander. For me, it's Marner. So Hayden, man, you have the tough questions tonight, but the great questions. I'm not sure what kind of player Marner is without Matthews. Marner hasn't proved to me that he's a $10 million player on his own. Matthews, he's worth every penny. Arguably the best natural goal scorer in the game today. He's right up there. I don't know what kind of a player Marner is without him. I've seen when Willie plays, he can score, he can pass, he can skate, he can get in the corner and muck it up. The problem is it's only some of the time. So that's tough. That's tough. I met Darren McCarty. Really? Yeah. So smile. So I haven't met Darren McCarty, but I know some people that hung out with him, and that's what they've told me is he's just one of those. He's an average Joe. He's a good guy. He's a jokester, fun guy, good guy. See, I've only heard good things about Darren McCarty. Man, talk about a guy who had a great run with Detroit. I mean, he was one of those. You just loved his style of play. Like that's somebody we need on our team today. That's somebody we'd love to see. Get a Darren McCarty type on the team today. I mean, that would be awesome. Let's bring it back. Smallville filmed out here. Yeah, out your way. It was great. Excuse me, I'm a big fan. I hate Superman. He's running the city. Listen, Smallville was such an awesome show. And the creators of that show, I remember when it was on for a little while, they said they'd never put him in the suit. They'd never put Clark Kent in the Superman suit. The day they had to steep to that to put him in the suit was the day the show had run its course. And that was exactly the finale of the show. The last episode, the show ended with him running and ripping open like he was, taking the suit off to the shirt. It was brilliant. I love that show so much. So who was on the TTC when the Cup was on board with Caberlet the other day? I was not, Jonathan. Were you there? Tell me you were there with Caberlet. He's somebody I met actually just recently. I met him at an event at Casa Loma. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. I actually like Caberlet. I know he was one of those on the Leafs most hated defense core, but super nice guy, and I liked having him on the team. You weren't there. Okay, I thought you were going to totally turn around and say, I was there. You think Wall will return to have success? Mark, I do. I really do. The injury he sustained is a pretty bad injury. Those high ankle sprains, especially for a goaltender, how they have to push cross crease and all that stuff. Um, you have to be very careful, which is why they're not rushing him back. They know Jones was doing a great job. They know that Samsonov, obviously, he's starting to turn things around. So there's no rush to bring Wall back. The thing that worries me, and we see this with Connor Timmins right now. Timmins had a spectacular preseason, got hurt and came back, and he's not at that same level. So I expect it'll take Wall a little bit to get going and find what he can do and find trust in his ankles and pushing off the posts and stuff. But I mean, you don't lose that skill. And I think he'll be great. Travis, how's it going? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming in. Will become some. I mean, he'll be good. He'll be good. And again, he's still a young guy, right? Toronto's had a bit of an unlucky streak with goalies. I mean, partially because we don't have money to pay them, but we were able to make a good move and kind of get rid of Mrazek. Mrazek's playing a decent game here tonight, but we unloaded him to Chicago, which I thought was one of the great moves of the draft, to be honest. And we lost Shalagrin, who I really liked. Just couldn't get him a spot. Obviously, the injuries with Murray and whatnot is just a bad goalie situation in Toronto. So I don't think they're gonna make any mistakes with Wall. I think they've learned. So they're gonna try and make sure to get him as healthy as they can and bring him in at the appropriate time. You're the most informative hockey guy. Thanks for your show. Oh, thank you, Travis. I appreciate those kind words. Listen, and for those, I know there's a lot of folks, this might be your first time watching us and finding us. I just love the game of hockey. I love talking about hockey. I just try to give you a lot of my opinions, things that I know I will share. If I don't know, I'll just tell you. I don't want to make up stories. I don't want to lead you astray. I just want to share my passion with this community, and this is the best hockey community there is. So you've come to the right place. I need Chicago to only lose by one. Did Chicago lose a top player? Yeah, they did. They did. So not today, but Connor Bedard, obviously the number one draft pick and the guy that they're really planning their team around, building their team around. He's out another 5 to 6 weeks with that fractured jaw. And to me, when I see that he missed time, he had surgery, and now had so much more time. That injury must be so much worse than what we initially thought. So listen, I hope he gets better. He's still crushing it, right? He's still leading all rookies in points. So even though he might miss half the season, he could still win Rookie of the Year, which is crazy. I'm from Arizona. I'm a degenerate gambler. That's awesome. Well, welcome in. Being from Arizona, let me get your Jacob. You forgot to switch the TV back. Thanks, bud. Being from Arizona, do you follow the Coyotes? Are you a Coyote fan, or are you like, yeah, they suck, so I'm gonna cheer for anybody else? I'm learning hockey. I stopped for free Timbits, Duck Defender. I love it. Gotta love the Timbit. I could totally go for some Timbits. There you go. Thank you. You okay? All right. Thank you for setting that back. Duck Defender makes me laugh. Love the Ducks. Love the Ducks. Hey, remember those Mighty Ducks too? Boy, are they having a tough go this season. That makes me laugh. Timbits. Love the Timbits. I watched them since they arrived. Nice. So are you happy with the news that they're looking at building a new stadium? That they found some land that they're bidding on? Or do you prefer watching them in the smaller venue? I'm trying to imagine, in the 5,000 seat venue, it must be real neat because you got to be super close. I've been in some of those smaller venues, and they're a lot of fun to watch sports in, especially compared to a big 18,000 seat stadium. That's pretty crazy. So it has to be one of the nicest features out there. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Not always in a good mood, but I hide it well. No, you're right. Listen, I just like to have fun. I just like to have fun, and hey, you guys and gals are so amazing with your support. You make it easy. They came from Winnipeg. This is the best year they had. Yeah, they've been great this year. Listen, they're 2 points out of a wild card spot for the playoffs. I'm pulling for them. Last year, they were like my biggest joke team. They were the butt of a lot of our jokes. But this year they surprised me, and they're a fun team to watch. If it's their property, they don't care. We gave them a stadium 20 years ago. That's true. Wait till you see Sam come playoff time. Listen, playoff time is fun. I mean, I've been keeping this warm. I've been keeping this warm. It's sitting here with me. It's sitting here with me. Nobody's taking it away. It's staying here with me. We keep it warm all season long. This cup, it's mine. Nobody can take it away. Can't wait for playoffs. Playoffs, the best time of year. The best time of year. Shane Doan has been the only one they've talked about. Wayne Gretzky. No, Gretzky didn't do much. That was a mistake. I mean, that was such a PR stunt, right? To bring Gretzky in. Didn't really do much. Shane Doan was really the face of that organization for a long, long time. To say hockey is a tough sport to gamble on. Hockey is. It is so hard. I mean, sports is hard in general, but usually you get a pretty good sense. Hockey's got to be one of the toughest to bet on for sure, especially if you're putting parlays and stuff together. Man, it's tough. All right, they're coming back on the ice. We're getting ready for the third period here. This is going to be a doozy. 20 minutes to see, can the Oilers fend off the Blackhawks? Will they get to that 15-game winning streak, or will they have to give it up? Let's take a quick peek. Let's see this real quick. Can we do this before it starts? No, that's not what I put in. Just give me what I want. Here we go. All right, for the Edmonton Oilers after tonight, Saturday, they face the Nashville Predators. Oh, and then Tuesday, it's a doozy. The Oilers against the Vegas Golden Knights. Then they play the Ducks and the Kings. So they should be able to beat Nashville. It's that game against the Golden Knights. So if they win today, it'll be 15. If they beat the Preds, it'll be 16. Wow. And then a win against the Vegas Golden Knights will tie the record at 17. The Ducks, if they can get past Vegas, they have the Ducks to be sole possession of the streak lead. Let's get to the game screen in time for the third. All right, here we go. Thank you so much for those folks coming in and hit that subscribe button. We are now just 5 subscribers away from 9,400. So thank you all so much. 2 good teams play sometimes 4-3. Yeah, you hope for a tie. Here we go. Game on. Angela, how's it going? Welcome in. Here's a quick shot right off the draw. Hyman coming in. He can't find it. Bouchard going to keep this one in. Cycler and McDavid cross ice back door. It's there. They can't put it in. Draisaitl coming close. The Oilers coming close again. Close, but no cigar. Coming down, driving in. Looks like they've adjusted the shots here yet again, as they always do. The Oilers, wow, with some explosive chances to start this period. And it's an icing call against the Blackhawks, so this is going to come all the way back down. Top of the Western Conference is tough, but the middle down is a little weak. It's going to be a very interesting run for these wild card spots. In a couple months, it is going to get real tough. After this All-Star break, come mid to late February, these races are going to heat up. Edmonton going to win the draw. They're going to bring this one back around. They're going to dump this one into the corner, far side. It's bouncing. Took a funny bounce off one of the stanchions, came right in the middle. It's picked up by the Blackhawks. Dickinson going to bring it down, rolling in front, and Picard is just going to grab that one. Pickard is going to grab that one and hang on to it. He's not taking any chances at all. They're playing well. Hey, we would all be happy if it stays at this score. Here comes the Kane line. Blackhawks in the faceoff circle. It's a scramble. It's a scramble. Still scrambling side of the net, and Pickard is going to drop his mitts on that one and hang on to it. Wow, a scramble draw. The puck finds its way right to the net. Sometimes it's those bizarre plays where the puck ends up in, so Pickard had to be very, very sharp. I think of the cue from... yeah, right? This one going in the corner. The Hawks going to keep this one in. Nurse going to fire it around the boards, far side. Here come the Oilers down the left side of the ice. Driving in, cutting around the corner. Cycling in front. Tried to put it in front. It was there, but they couldn't connect. Kane doing a nice job. Picked up here by the Hawks. Korchinski going to play it around. He's going to get it right back. Got to try the other side. He's going to bank this off the boards. And in the neutral zone, Chicago's going to bounce it back. Creating some space, setting things up, working it around. Now the Hawks bring it into the Oilers zone. Going to take the man down. He's sitting on top of him. This isn't leapfrog. It's hockey. Let's go. I subbed and said it was VHS. Oh, that's awesome. Who doesn't love some VHS? Playing this all the way down the ice. The Oilers can't control it. The Hawks do. Turning around, bringing this in is Sanford. Sanford shaking and baking. He's going to go back to the point. Here's a long shot. Deflected wide. Pickard has to come across. Chicago had a chance with an open net, and they couldn't grab it. And this one coming down the ice, it's going to be no icing. They wave it off. At the last minute, Isaac Phillips was there waiting for the icing call, and no dice. Hawks going to send it right back down. Desharnais is going to take it, and he's going to get a big bump. Here comes Gagne, going to flip this up. Chicago touches it with a high stick, and they wave it off. They let them play. Now, it's funny. When I opened my Upper Deck Series 1, it was Desharnais, who I had as a damaged Young Gun canvas card, which we sent into Upper Deck to replace. And it has been a long time. I've yet to receive my replacement. It's been like at least 12 weeks. Here comes Radish driving in. That one gets ticked to the corner. Oilers going to pick it up. They're trying to get it out. Chicago's done a great job the start of this period. We're a couple of minutes in, and Chicago really has been controlling this play. In the second period, each team had a total of 12 shots on net. It's funny, the first period, they adjusted it to each team had 7s. The second was 12s. Will it end up the same here? Geo Ace, what's going on? My Blackhawks are getting rocked this season. They are, but they're playing well here tonight. Bringing it along. Here's a blast. Pickard tripped up and got knocked down there. Here they come. McDavid driving the lane. Going to put this one in. Back to the line. Big hit there as Ekholm gets taken down. Jonathan, yeah, Upper Deck is pretty good. If you receive a damaged card, if you reach out to their support team, they'll open a case for you. You have to take all kinds of pictures and send it to them, and they'll review it. And if they deem it was actually damaged from, being created, they'll replace it for free. They don't guarantee the same card. They say equal or lesser value, but who's to determine what that value is, right? Like if they send me a card back saying, hey, here's Joe Blow, I'll be very disappointed. I really wanted that Desharnais card, but it was damaged, right? And I was not happy with that. I don't even know if I still have the receipt to show that the tracking to show that it was received. Actually, is this it right here? Wouldn't that be funny? Well, it's a Shoppers Drug Mart receipt, and there's, Upper Deck. There we go. So I got my receipt. So they will be getting an email tomorrow as a follow-up to say, where is my replacement card? But these guys have been playing great. Skinner has won 11 games. Pickard has won 3. So Skinner has played a bulk of it, and he's been doing real, real good. Terry, how's it going? Welcome in. Casey, welcome in. Yeah, all good. Good night. Hang on, don't go yet. Let me show you something. Hang on, here's Edmonton coming around. Side of the net, driving through. Can you see this?
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Side of the net, they're digging in here. Fogel's going to kick it around. Edmonton has it, trying to set it up. Trying to work through here. Trying to go. Back around. Korchinski trying to bring it up. But yeah, Jonathan, upper deck is pretty good. They are pretty good with replacements. Here's Desharnais. A shot. That one's going to go just wide. Maybe we need a good fake rookie card to send pictures. No, they are pretty good. I had once before had to send in a damaged card. What you actually have to do, I'll tell you at the commercial break. This one is going to be played around. Desharnais again, going to rip it around the boards. This coming all the way down. Hayden, in honor of our new Arizona friend, bringing up the Coyotes mascot. It's going to be tipped in. A hockey hologram card would be rad. Gio, they did some back in the day. Upper Deck did them a long time ago. They are pretty cool, but they're kind of, most of them are faded now. This coming, here's a break. The Oilers coming in. CC trying to catch up on the play. Little toe drag and a shot. Nice stop there. The Oilers picking it up. Again, it's Dylan Holloway. He's been everywhere. Here's a shot, and that one is stopped. So, Jonathan, what you have to do, come on. If you get a damaged card, you have to take pictures of the front and back where the damaged area is. You need to get your box, right? Whatever you purchased in. On the side of the box, there's a barcode and there's a number. You have to send them that number. So you have to tell them what product it's from. There should be a matching number on the inside as well. I think they actually tell you to take the inside number. But you have to tell them what product it's from, what the number is. You have to send them a picture of your receipt as well. So they make sure that, it's you're the actual owner. You're the person who bought the product, opened the box. So you do have to send them a lot. They will probably win every single game the NHL playoff, especially with getting Corry Perry, not to mention Sam Gagner as well. Terry, I'm a huge Sam Gagner fan. I know he's struggled. I know he's had his times and he's bounced around. He actually came to Toronto, played for the Marlies for a while, where I got to see him. Loved what Sam Gagner did. I'm really happy, he's getting another chance with the Oilers. And it's all good things. And Corry Perry, I mean, I'm very curious to see the type of role that he's going to play. Is it going to be an everyday thing, or is it going to be a once in a while thing? We'll have to see how that role is going to shape up. But I agree. This team, especially with how they're playing right now, man, they're going to be real tough. Obviously, highs and lows, right? It's going to turn around for them. They're going to lose some games eventually, but I think this team is the real deal, and they definitely got tougher. If you're coming in and joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we are so close to a couple of milestones on our own. We're at 75 likes. We're almost at 100. If you haven't clicked that thumbs up yet, do me a favor, hit that like. It's free to do. It tells YouTube, hey, this is a pretty cool stream on a pretty cool channel. Also, we're 5 subscribers away, just down here, 5 from 9,400 total subscribers. So if you like what we do, you're enjoying the show, hit that subscribe button. Hey, it's also free. And then you can come back and join us for all of our other hockey broadcasts. We're going to be broadcasting all season long. And when we get the playoffs, it's going to be almost daily. Ooh, I wanted to send her a message. I forgot to ask about tomorrow.
Scoring all year long, 18 times for 1 goal or less. Classic.
All right, here we go. This one is going to be played out, coming in over the line. It's going to be an offside right at the line. Woohoo! All right, so looks like I gotta check the TV broadcast and make sure. Gotta make sure we legit get this game. If we do, tomorrow night, Florida Panthers, Pittsburgh Penguins, 7 o'clock. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Assuming we get that game, I'm going to have to check my cable channel. I had to submit for missing model parts before the European company. We just submit too many times, they get. Oh yeah, here's McDavid coming in time and they score. The Oilers make it 2-0. What a goal. And I'm sorry to our gamblers who were hoping it would be a 1-goal game. Unbelievable. The Oilers bursting in. McDavid to Zach Hyman with an outstretched arm. Just taps it past the outstretched leg of Mrazek. What a play. Zachary Hyman. Unbelievable. You got the touch. That was incredible. What an amazing play. Just stupendous. Wow. That was special. Great goal. 2-0 Oilers. 13 minutes to go. Wow. Here's another couple of shots, and that one's going to be gobbled up by Picard, and he's going to hang on to it. Wow. Zach Hyman, what a season Zach Hyman is having. Just spectacular. Spectacular. There you go, Travis. Will they get it back? Zelly Bryan, what's going on? Now it's 2-0. They'll blow it somehow. They're not Toronto. They have a chance. Gonna play this one out all the way down. I'll be here until it's 3-0. All right, Travis, sounds good. Good luck to you, my friend. 12.5 minutes to go. Let's see what happens. All right, Jordan, be good, man. Keep me posted, all right? I'll chat with you tomorrow. This one coming around. I would have kept Hyman. Yeah, I was mad about that one. And don't forget, at the time, too, right? It was Connor Brown and Zach Hyman. And the Leafs had to make a decision to keep one of them. They couldn't have afforded both of them. And at that time, they put their money on Connor Brown. Hyman went and signed in Edmonton, got paid. Good for him. And now he's showing why. Here's a shot. The Oilers looking for more. Chicago going to pick it up. They're going to work this one out. And not only do they have Hyman, they got Brown too. I mean, Brown had a great run in Ottawa, but he's struggling here. This one coming back around. Zach Hyman, his 29th goal. 29. McDavid and Draisaitl picking up the assists. Working it down low, coming across. This one is picked up. Working through. Sounds good, brother. This one all the way down, and that's going to be offside. Hyman, 29 goals. Unbelievable. Most goals in franchise history for wingers. Hyman now sits third. He's on pace. He's on pace. Asterisk, on pace for 55 goals. It's ridiculous. If Hyman can pull that off, wow. I mean, he's got 28 this year. He had 36 last year. In 21-22, he had 27. With the Maple Leafs, the best he ever had was 21 goals. With the Maple Leafs, he had 10, 15, 21, 21, 15. With the Oilers, 27, 36, 28. I hate to say it. I mean, he's a darn good player. But when you're playing with the best in the world, and Connor McDavid, boy, things can change real quick. And Hyman has developed and he's grown leaps and bounds playing here in the Oilers. And thank you so much to whoever hit that subscribe. 4 subscribers away. I'm sure there's 4 of you watching that have not hit that subscribe. Help us out. Hit us that milestone tonight. Let's get over 9,400. Thank you so much for watching and playing along. We appreciate it. Exactly there. Corry Perry will play a role. Bottom of 3rd and 4th lines. He's a veteran, but I agree. McDavid is finally going to feel, yeah, I think you're right. And it's going to make a big difference. We're under 11 to go. in the Edmonton zone, coming around sideboards. Oilers going to gobble it up. They're going to play it out. It's knocked down. Oilers steal it. They're going to flip this one in. The chase is on. Connor Brown putting it down in the corner. Sam must have lost track of what was going on there. I lose track everywhere, Chris. There we go. 97. Here's a shot coming in. Nope, 96. Here's a blast. That one is knocked down. Good stop. Edmonton picking up at the sideboards. This coming all the way down. 2-0. That's right, Chris. 2-0. Coming in over the line. Going to be chipped. Edmonton's going to steal. Putting it down in the Blackhawks zone. Picking it up. Spinning sideboards. Fogle in there. He's getting pressure. Gets it to the line. Desharnais getting it back to Fogle. Fogle tried to make a nifty move to deke around the Chicago player. Could not do it. Back in their own zone. Edmonton setting it up. Here we go. Kulak with it. Looking. Picard, what a game he's had. Here's a pass all the way up. Edmonton walking in the Chicago zone. Pass into the high slot. Kane coming through. Comes right back. Nugent Hopkins couldn't get there. Chicago on the move. Taylor Radish, who's been unbelievable for the Blackhawks here tonight. Throwing it in front. This one gets knocked down. Radish has been amazing. Really, really promising for the Blackhawks. Here's a shot in front. That's going to get deflected and knocked down. Oilers going to get this one out and down the ice. Hyman going to race in there first. He's going to beat Radish to the punch. This one coming through, digging in there. Again, if you're watching, make sure your live button is red, has that little red dot. Make sure you're not trailing behind, that you are live. Picking it up, digging it. This is going to come to the line. Keeping it in. Desharnais to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back in. Taking a shot. Can't get that one through. Here come the Hawks back the other way. Hawks going to dump it in. Cycling around, cutting it around behind the net. All the way, and here comes Edmonton racing for it. It's McDavid. McDavid coming in. Feathers it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl going up the middle. Hyman for another deflection, and that one just stopped dead in its tracks. Unbelievable. 97, thank you so very much. Putting us 3 subscribers away. In the corner, Hawks with it, continuing to move. I think we have all around good team. I hope this year, anyways, go Oilers. Have a great day, Terry. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Behind the net, the Oilers going to run this up the boards. Trying to get this one out is Derek Ryan. Ryan, he's so good. I like Darren Ryan a lot. So one thing to note, from a power play perspective, the Oilers have only had 1 power play today. The Hawks have had none. And it was a power play goal that put the Oilers on the board first. They have been playing a nice little game right now. Each team has had 6 shots. We are dead even. 25-25. Oilers, though, crushing it in that face-off circle. They are sitting at 60.4%. The Hawks are out hitting them 27 hits to 17 of the Oilers, but it's the speed of the Oilers that has proven to be slightly problematic. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. We really appreciate you helping us out or taking your subscribe away. Either or, thank you. But we're so close. We are so close. And again, we're going to have to check. I wonder if I can check. Oh, I can check here. Let's make sure. Can we get this? How do I skip ahead a whole day? There we go. Friday. No, I don't want that game. I want, oh, yes. All right, it's official. I'm going to schedule this game tomorrow morning because I'm not doing it tonight. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern, we're going for our 3rd night in a row. It's going to be the Florida Panthers versus the Pittsburgh Penguins right here. Sam Reinhart, Sidney Crosby, Reinhart chasing down Matthews, trying to get in that lead of the goal scorers. That's going to be a fun one tomorrow. Florida Panthers, Pittsburgh Penguins, 7 o'clock here tomorrow. Tell your friends. It's going to be a good one. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's see. Do we have? Okay, here we go. They're just back from commercial break. We are back in play. We are moving it right along. This one coming to the line and out. The Hawks going to put this one right back in. I still say if the Leafs brought up right-handers right now, O'Brien, Miller, and Villeneuve, I'm dying for Villeneuve to get the call. I like this kid so much. Thank you so much hitting that subscribe button, putting us 2 away. 2 subscribers away. Here comes Edmonton. They're going to pitch this one down. Bottom of the face-off circle. Big shot looking for the tip in front. They can't connect. And it's going to go up and out of play. Delay a game. We got a delay a game coming up here. Little huddle. Little referee huddle. Ref's going to have a little conversation. Will this be? I think it actually made contact off of Nurse's stick. Gagne was right there too. Oh no, you know what? From this close-up call, Johnson took the sand wedge and he just chipped that right up and over. From the far call, it looked like Nurse got a piece. And after a conversation, they rule no, there was touch. So they must have saw it the way I saw it. And they say, no, it was deflected. No penalty on the call. That time the refs got it wrong. But the only reason we were able to see it, oh, here's a shot right in front. Nice save. The only reason we could see it is because they slowed it down and zoomed in. Tough call. Here they come again. Hyman. And a nice save by Mrazek. Hyman again in front. And he can't pull the trigger. Coming around, this one gets knocked down. Our snow is virtually all gone now. There you go, Chris. Ours is melting here. We've had lots of rain, and it's cleaning it up. Coming around in front, Chicago bringing through. They're going to steal this one. 6:40 to go. 6:40 to go. Who doesn't love the game of hockey? This is the best sport in the world today, and we are flying. McDavid with it. McDavid between the legs, back to Desharnais. What a pass. He's going to throw it in front. And Mrazek through traffic is going to grab and hang on to that one. Wow. Mrazek. Boy, has looked good. Very impressive. Mrazek. He's proven me wrong. I've been hard on him. Very hard on him, and he is looking mighty fine. Scramble draw. Nugent Hopkins going to come away. Back to the point. Shot. Mrazek going to stop that one as well. Here come the Oilers. They are turning up the Jets. This one going to get dumped into the Oilers zone. Back to pick it up. Chasing in here is Kurashev. The Oilers going to come up the boards. Can't get it out. Nice little job there by Foligno. He tried to, and now here come the Oilers down the right side of the ice. Fogle bringing it in, a little drop pass. Curling around is Kane with a shot, and a nice stop there. The Oilers have now cracked 30 shots today. After a very slow first period of shooting, they're up 30 shots. Unbelievable. What a finish we are in for. Oilers circling around their own zone, setting it up, getting things set to go. This is going to be quite the finish. 2-0 Oilers. Oilers looking to extend the streak. This coming all the way down the ice, back in the corner. Hawks going to throw it around. Off the boards, moving it up. Here they come. Walking into the Oilers zone. Nurse putting a little hit. CC going in after it. They're going to play this around. Still with it. Chicago coming around. Stick handling. Side of the net. Back to the line. Here's a long shot deflected right on. And a nice save by Picard. Still coming. The Hawks moving it around. D to D with a blast. That one goes just wide. Dickinson getting in there. Trying to help out is Anderson. Chicago running around Edmonton trying to get this one out. Now they do, just over the line. Chicago turning around and coming right back in. No, they're going to back it up. Dickinson with it as the Hawks trying to change. They now back it all the way up into their own zone. KQ says, let's go Hawks. Get it going. This might be the second game tonight. Oh, wouldn't that be something, Chris? This game, Andrew, has been amazing. Without Bedard, yeah, out Bedard. Bedard still some weeks away. 99. Thank you so much. One subscriber away. Thank you kindly. Coming around, down low in. McDavid in there, sticking at it, trying to get through. Side of the net, Chicago coming through the crease. Cannot connect on the backdoor play. McDavid going in. He's going to steal it away. Plays it almost in the middle. Giveaway and a shot and a nice save. Very rare giveaway by McDavid. Ekholm taking a swipe at Johnson. Some words being exchanged in front of McDavid, or in front of Picard, excuse me. They are going for it. The Oilers fans are jacked. Under 4 minutes to go. They are ready to see this one through. What a great game it is. I mean, we've been lucky. Yesterday's Leaf Jets game was spectacular. This game has been a fun, exciting game. Will tomorrow's game be just as good, just as fun? We'll have to wait and see. Andrew, just from time to time, I knew tonight was going to be a late one, and it was a long working day, so the eyes are a little tired. So I need a little bit of extra magnification. Oh, such a good game. This has been great. The Oilers have come alive. The first period was a little slow. It took time to build. The second period was exciting. The energy was picking up. Chicago had jumped out in this third period with a couple of chances, but they haven't been able to put it away and get on the board. Andrew, tomorrow we are doing the Florida Panthers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. I am super excited to call that game. Can't wait to see my Florida Panthers move ahead and take on the Penguins. Anytime you get superstars going head to head, it's a fun game. Barkov, Reinhart, Crosby, Malkin, Tristan Yari versus Bobrovsky. It is going to be fun. Going to be a great one tomorrow. I'm super excited. We don't have it scheduled yet. We literally just decided during today's show moments ago that we would be doing it. So, excuse me, we'll get that set up tomorrow early in the day. That might change my lunch plans around. But McDavid is seeing a whole new side of his game here tonight. Not only has he been skating and moving the puck well, he's been getting feisty. He's been banging around. He's been playing with a chip on his shoulder. And it's when McDavid is playing like that, he is dangerous. 3:50 to go. Oilers win the initial draw. They're going to flip this out of their own zone. Nice play to Fogle, trying to get it over to Kane. Kane has it in his feet. He's going to play this up. And it's the Oilers, Entwistle, who picked it up, and he sends it down. And Kane is back to pick it up. Entwistle had a penalty shot earlier in this game, and he was just absolutely robbed. Mashed potato pants, what's going on, buddy? Sammy is back. Absolutely he is. What a game he played last night. Travis, I think so as well, but you never know with the Penguins. Big collision just at the Oiler blue line. Everyone back on their feet, scrambling for the benches, trying to get some exchanges in. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. And there it is. 9,400. Thank y'all so much. Great job. Thank you for hitting that subscribe and supporting us. Really appreciate it. Mrazek is playing well tonight. Calvin Picard is playing well tonight. Both goaltenders getting in there. Love what we're seeing. And here comes the Oilers. They're back on it. Kulak going to bring this down. Setting it in. Sideboards. Here come the Blackhawks. Blackhawks looking. Willie is dancing. Willie's partying it up. He's set and ready to rock. Thank you, Charlie. Cycling it around Chicago, trying to come. 2:20 to go. 2:20 to go. They're going to tip this one in. Next stop, 9,500. We're going to give something away at 9,500 as well. Not going to tell you what, but we're giving something away at 9,500. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. This one is going to be thrown all the way down. Edmonton back to pick it up. Under 2 minutes to go. Under 2 minutes to go. This going towards the empty net. That's going to be just wide. Chicago has pulled their tender. 6-on-5 situation for the Hawks. Trying to get on the board. They're going to send this one in. Back around Bouchard. Bouchard, he's going to get it to the line for Draisaitl. Draisaitl can't get it over to the line. Far side, Bouchard racing to get there. A minute and a half to go. Hyman is racing for it. Hyman is going to get there. He's tripped from his butt. Hyman sends it towards the net and he hits the post. The official, how he did not call a penalty there as Hyman was tripped up. Unbelievable. McDavid with it. He scores in the empty net. Connor McDavid buries it. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Connor. Was awesome. Hyman gets tripped up. Hyman should have had the goal. That would have been his 30th of the year, but instead he's taken down and the Oilers get another one on the board. 3-0 with 1:15 to go. So that locks it up. That locks it up. We know the Oilers streak is going to go on. 15 games. 15 games in a row. 15 wins. Unbelievable. And they win it again. The Oilers right off the draw coming right back in, tearing towards Mrazek. Sam Gagner's in there. He's digging for it. McDavid's 19th goal of this season. Draisaitl picking up another assist. That's 3 assists for Draisaitl tonight. They're going to play this one around. Gosh, it's making real tough for who the 3 stars tonight will be. Here's Chicago, long pass across. 40 seconds to go. Just saying what's going on. Welcome in. 30 seconds to go. This one, Chicago trying to just get on the board. They're going to hit the red line, dump this one in. Thank you, everybody, hitting those subscribes. Far side in the corner. Going to rip it along the boards. This one is going to come out and down the ice. That's going to be an icing. No, they said no icing. Oh, Chicago thought it was an icing. 10 seconds to go. Oilers fans are on their feet. Here they come. They're going to bring this one in. Everybody's standing up. The Oilers have done it. There goes the buzzer. The Oilers have shut out the Chicago Blackhawks for their 15th win in a row. Calvin Pickard picks up the SO. The shutout is done. Unbelievable. Let's go to our main screen and let's break this one down. Chicago. What a game. Absolutely incredible. Chicago can't get it done. The Edmonton Oilers do. 3-0 for their 15th straight win in a row. That one was, that was an amazing game. Listen, both teams played very, very well, but the Oilers come out on top. They now become the 5th team in NHL history to record a 15-game winning streak. They are 1 game now behind the Blue Jackets, looking to pick up that one on Saturday night. Man, it's going to be a good game. Here's how this one breaks down. Your goal scorers, Connor McDavid from Nugent Hopkins and Draisaitl. Then it was Hyman from McDavid and Draisaitl. Then, just now in the empty net, it was McDavid again from Draisaitl. So what we have to look at now, we have to make it official.
And now, the 3 stars of the game.
The 3 stars for tonight's game. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a doozy. Listen, there are some worthy candidates. I think the 3rd star tonight, though. The 3rd star tonight, I gotta give it to Connor McDavid. And picking up. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, +2. He had a great game. 7 shots, 1 hit. Nice game. The 2nd star, though, Connor McDavid, he would have been star number 2 tonight if it wasn't for that empty net goal. The empty net goal, I kind of bump him down a little bit. If it was a goalie in net, he would have been star number 2. I got to give star number 2 to Leon Draisaitl tonight. Draisaitl was absolutely wicked, setting up all 3 goals, +2, 21 minutes of ice time. Star number 1, no doubt. No doubt goes to Calvin Pickard. Pickard, 27 to 27 saves, picking up the shutout. Absolutely amazing, amazing effort there by Pickard. But there's so many other players who deserve mention tonight. Zach Hyman, what a game he had. He has a goal, +2. He was buzzing all around the net tonight. Really, really good effort. From the Chicago Blackhawks, Taylor Radish. He obviously didn't have any points, and he ended up being a -2, but he was everywhere working hard. But I was super impressed with Radish tonight. As well, I got to give big props to Peter Mrazek. I've been hard on Mrazek for a long time, but I thought he played a really, really good game tonight, and he should very easily be one of the 3 stars. I want to thank all of our mods for hanging out with us tonight, doing a great job. I want to thank the Gaming Freak and Richard, our gifters tonight, for the super chats and the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I want to thank all of our partner channels, the Florida Park Explorers, Dave, Jen, and Bella do an amazing job. You got to check them out, the Florida Park Explorers. I also want to give shout outs to On the Go with CeeLo and AAU Triton. AAU Triton, you see him in our chat all the time. He is super close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to AAU Triton, you got to check him out. I want to give a shout out to our friend Pete over on the Pete McDavid Show, and thank everybody for supporting all of us. And last but not least, to our channel members, thank you so much for doing what you do and supporting our channel through a membership. It really makes us be able to do a lot. And we put out a video. We had a live stream, was it last week? Earlier this week? I don't even remember. But with all of our channel members just breaking things down. So thank you to all of our channel members. Tomorrow, we will be live again at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. The Florida Panthers taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. That is going to be a great game. Can we get 3 amazing games in a row? Can we get 3 shutouts in a row? That would be absolutely stellar. Canadian White Trash Guy, thank you so much. Appreciate it so very much. 50 losses in a row. Chris, we're not the Sharks. For everybody who found us for the first time tonight and hit that subscribe, hit that like, thank you for doing what you do to support us. We appreciate it. Time to hit the hay. Time to go to bed. We have a big game tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. We'll see you real soon. I can't wait for tomorrow night. Hope we'll see you. Take care and go hockey, go.